Hello, everybody, and welcome to Marky Gaming tonight, where we are learning new words in the pregame. Welcome in. Good to see everybody. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you all joining us on this fine Sunday or later if you're listening or watching later. Thanks for doing that. We appreciate you. Join us live, though. It's fun. Be here. The chat, and you can interact with the game. But yeah, we really do appreciate everyone being here. Thank you so much for joining us. We love you all so much. And we're ready to get into, today is our 25th session. We made it a quarter of the way to 100. I know, it's crazy. I am shocked that it's gone this quickly. I feel like it's flown by, but super happy to be here.
It feels like we're still like in session 5 in some ways.
I know. I look at that 25 and I'm like, really? We're at 25? Okay, cool. That's awesome. So we're going to go ahead and let our players introduce themselves, and then we can get into the game shortly here and let the chat interact with the game as well. So, Rachel, we're starting with you. Take it away.
Hi, I'm Rachel, also known as Pip. You can find my art Instagram and Twitter at Pip400art, and you can see all my little drawings and stuff. And then I also stream art here tomorrow. I'm finally back in a groove. So I'm probably going to work on some commissions tomorrow. I have a few that I'm working on that I'm excited about. So you can come hang out with me. It's at 3:30 CST. You can draw along with me. Even if you can't draw, you can just scribble on a piece of paper. It'll be fun. In this game, I play Eleonora, ASMR Warlock level 4. Been in the sewers. That's been interesting for her. That was a whole new experience. She's learning so much. The end.
How exciting. We're moving on to our second player now, Kelly.
Hi. Can you guys hear me, by the way?
Yeah.
My thing just kept saying input, not detect. Okay. I'm Kelly. I play Winnie, the level 4? 3? I literally forgot now. Okay, sorry. I'm like, yeah, 4. Okay. I was panicking, blanking for a minute. Level 4 monk, who's been slushing around in the sewers for the last day and feeling discouraged, but ready to.
Slushing is a horrific word to use in combination with sewers.
It really is. I just mentioned the noises anyway. And yeah, and I was telling them, like, all I thought of is like this week was like, I want to fight the big rat, but I think we're gonna resist fighting the big rat, but I want to fight the big rat, so it'll just be a secret wish of hers kind of happening in the background. That's all. Thank you.
All right.
Does she want to impress Philip? Is that where this is coming from?
Maybe. Yeah, maybe it's like. Well, actually, no. Maybe she'd feel allegiance to the giant rat because of Philip. I don't know.
Yeah, do you want to punch the rat, or do you want to protect the rat?
That's what I was wondering.
Like you be impressed with it. Yeah.
Beat it into submission.
The other little rats are saying danger, and I'm like, oh, maybe they don't like the big because they think the big rats, unless they're saying danger for us. I don't know. So I want to protect the little rats.
Lots of questions.
Steal from the
big. Again, I know we failed your mission, but we did protect a bunch of rats in the sewer from a bigger rat.
I made a lot of rat friends, and it's been great.
You made the friends along the way. That's the real victory. So
yeah, it's really the victory. And we tell that to our new boss, and he's like, "Okay, well, you failed.
You're fired."
Yeah, you're fired. Oh my God.
Awesome.
Let the Rat King hire you.
Yes, the real magic item was the magical item of friendship, and that was what we really discovered all the way.
We're gonna pass it along. Oh, yes, keep going. Continue.
No, I was gonna say I'm gonna be chowing down on Starburst, and they're into Halloween things.
Yeah.
So I was gonna ask you, what's everyone's favorite? Like, I'm so excited Halloween candy's back. So you have to say your favorite Halloween candy too, Rachel. You didn't.
Wait, I want to guess that's a red and a.
Yeah, Rachel always guesses them. Yeah, she always guesses them.
Yeah, red and pink. All right, let's find out.
She's like really good at it too. Yeah, she's like really good at it.
What?
I mean, I'd say like probably 70% of the time she's right when she guesses them.
It really
Hidden talent. I didn't know this.
I'm so
Oh my
pumped.
goodness.
America's Got Talent is just pink and yellow.
That was
This
crazy.
girl's got something.
Yeah. A real talent.
All right. So, Rach, you gotta pick your candy, I guess. Cause
Oh,
that's the
okay.
question.
My favorite Halloween candy. I don't know. I do love Reese's. You can't go wrong with Reese's. Or I love Fun Dip, but I can't find it anywhere. So
I found it that's what I gave you for my house.
I know.
I found it for
look for it
Valentine's Day.
everywhere.
I found it for Valentine's Day and I kept offering it to everyone. I'm like, you guys want some Fun Dip? And they're like, ew, why would I want Fun Dip? Because it's good. And they just wanted the stick. That was it. Like,
People love the stick.
anyway, I'm sorry.
Gotta
It's
find
good.
Fun Dip. Anyway, that's my thing.
Continue. Okay, Fun Dip.
All right.
Ash
Pass them
patiently
to
waiting for
Ashley
it.
now.
I don't really like candy that much. I'm not a sweets person, so but anything like chocolate usually we would fight over as kids. Did any of you ever do that with your siblings where you were like, these are the best, and then you can like have whatever I don't like, but I want these?
Yep.
I just forgot what I was gonna say in the middle of it's been that kind of day. I'm Ashley and I make art and I have hoodies up till midnight tonight and then they're gone until next year. Let's see. I play Euphemia. She is a human druid, but she's currently a rat. And she would maybe advise against fighting the big rat after facing it. It was it just kept getting bigger. She's standing there like
It's a
very
big rat.
huge and scary.
It's a big rat.
It was I'm real thankful that we got away from that one without starting a fight. That felt like a close call.
All right.
Yeah, that's all I got today.
So go buy a sweatshirt from Ashley. Go. Okay, Mike, you're up.
Hi guys, my name is Mike, also intuitively known as Bardic Dice on all the socials, evidenced by where you can find me not streaming on Fridays. Did I use those words right?
I have no idea.
Indicative
Wait,
of,
evidence was new to you?
it's indicative of what you can find on the YouTube of what
Are you just gonna drop
what we
that
don't
now
stream
everywhere?
anymore. Yeah,
You
so I
just
can
drop it
sound
into every
precocious
Okay.
and do the things with the stuff. So
Pretentious, maybe.
I ran out of words. Yeah. But anyways, so yeah, I don't stream on Twitch right now, but you can go find all that on YouTube if you want with the Fates United, which Rachel and Mark were players in. But today I play Dav, who is a level 3 artificer. Wow, level 1 wizard, and he's super excited. Except he's going to be learning. He lost his sense of smell, but he gained the sense of friendship along the way. So yeah, it's going to be a fun time.
Awesome.
Intuitively.
Did you say your candy that you liked? I missed that.
Reese's. I nodded along, so
Okay.
I agreed. So that's not bad.
Cool.
We used to do this thing where I give all my jelly beans to my sister and like squishy stuff. She'd give all the Reese's to me, and we'd give all the gumballs to my mom.
There you go.
Good trade.
We
Good
had a
system.
good system working out. And then my dad got all the Smarties, but then I liked Smarties when I grew up, so I stole them as well.
It's a tough one.
Oh no, Smarties! Yeah, Smarties are my one.
Smarties
drop
are
now.
good.
Oh
Smarties are
yeah,
pretty good.
I'll
Yeah.
go Smarties over Reese's.
They're like delicious dust. Like in a good way.
Aren't they
Like you're
like
eating, like,
something else
chalk.
there's something else in Canada too, I think.
Are they?
Yeah,
They're either
they
called
call it
something else or there
Chocolate.
are Smarties.
Oh yeah, they're
or
chocolate.
something
Yeah.
else. Yeah.
They
mhm,
call Smarties something else. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh.
we found that out because we had a big argument over what Smarties were. I guarantee.
Yeah.
No, not the chocolate. What are you talking about?
And I'm Mark. I'm gonna start a prediction right now because I got a bunch of channel points on my lurk account that I'm gonna put out into the system for anybody who's maybe missing some. The prediction is, I'm gonna roll a d20, and if it's a nat 20, will it be a 20? So it's a chance for you to get that. So I'm gonna put in 40k into. I'm gonna put a 40k into yes off my lurk account.
Wow.
So, chance if it's not a d20, not a 20, you can win a lot of points. So go ahead and throw your points in there if you want to get a custom amount in there to try to get some channel points.
I'll match. I have 35.
I was about to say, can I match as well?
If you want
Can
to,
we
go
help
for it.
and
Put
get
as much as you want into it to
let's
throw
do
into the
it.
system. That's the perfect way to do it. The more you put in, I think the more you get back if you do it. But yeah.
Watch
I'm
us
Mark,
all
though.
backfire and just we win.
If I roll a nat 20, it'll be really sad.
That's where you lie.
I'm not gonna lie about this. Sorry, guys. But yeah, Mark, I'm the Dungeon Master. I am a big fan of getting nerds when I was getting my Halloween candy. Like, nerds are super good. So
Nerds are good.
I like getting nerds a lot. That's probably one of my favorite. But yeah.
Yes.
What?
What?
So just so many yeses.
Yeah. 148k to 1.1k. There's a big payout if you voted no. Just so you all know.
Yeah, vote no. Vote
Hopefully,
no. This is
hopefully,
for you.
hopefully, I don't roll a 20. But
Oh yeah, that's true.
Everyone knows. Like, now we're just gonna say 20.
But yeah, that's about all I got for announcements. There are chat redemptions that are coming up soon, so hopefully a lot of you can invest in that now in the last few seconds and get a bunch of channel points so you can interact with the game. But yeah, I think that's about all I got. So the prediction's just about over. I'm gonna roll it. Okay. Here we
So
go.
excited.
It is a 5. It is a 5. So no wins. Enjoy the channel points for everybody who voted no.
Everyone is
Good
rich
job.
now.
Wow.
So use those channel points shortly after the intro to help the players and interact with the game, and yeah, enjoy. But we're gonna do our intro. We'll be back shortly. All right, friends, we are back. The channel point redemptions are getting turned on right now. Who's going to be the lucky people who can go ahead and hit those first? And we're going to turn on some music. So let me find my song for starting this up, which is this one. And begin with our recap. As, ooh, we got a mix potentially. Oh, we got D hitting some. See,
All of the dice.
Thanks, champions.
we got Rach, Kelly, Ash, and Mike all getting their advantage die right away. So let me turn those on.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you.
And a chat blessing. So let's roll that roll.
Shiv lowered the mishap level mercy.
Aw, they're so nice. Let me do the bless. It is for Kelly. Kelly, you get the blessing from the chat. to start here.
I think the chatbot does not like me. I have not once been blessed.
You have not.
No,
Somebody
sorry.
tried to get
I
Rachel
never-
blessed today.
Nepotism, Rachel.
My-
It's nepotism. You are the channel.
Yeah, we
Whoa,
can't.
I'm
We
just
can't
always
give it to you.
blessed. Mark told me I can always roll D4 whenever I want, so just kidding.
You can always roll one. It doesn't have to accept it.
All
It's just to
right.
see what would happen.
So all of the early game stuff is done. The mishap level is lowered a little bit. But yeah, our players are in the city of Northport, and they are investigating some mysterious item that is supposed to help protect against magic or do something like that. It's kind of mysterious what exactly it does, but it's rumored to be pretty valuable. And they encountered some dwarfs who seem to be people who were bidding for this item. And at the end of the previous session, from last session, they attacked Eleonora, and Winnie kind of punched him, and then they ran away at the start of the session because they were missing two of their party, and they decided to regroup together. Talked about it. They investigated one of the seller's friend's house named Bradford. They didn't find too much there. They went to the docks and asked about Bradford and Finley, and they're working there, and they both quit like a week ago. And then they decided they were going to go down to the sewers and follow up on a lead about Club Drake. The club guard did not allow them access, and saying they didn't know who Finley was. So they started to search around, look for some few things. They found a pretty scary looking rat, which they left alone, backed away, and said, "Nope, we're out of here."
Nat 20 though from Euphemia.
It was a
to
nat
be
20
like, sorry.
to
That's fine.
smooth over that situation. And yeah, they started to explore around a little bit. They were not finding much they could do much with, but at one point they did hear some strange chanting, which they eventually discovered looked to be a devil-worshipping cult, which they swiftly took out. Two of the members died, and they took away their book, and they basically said, "You're being very naughty," and they left them unconscious in the room. But they then left to head back out, thinking probably they're going to go and investigate Finley some more. So they were leaving the sewers. Dav unfortunately had a mishap that suddenly his sense of smell, he can no longer smell the nastiness of the sewer, which is a blessing.
Yeah.
So
Quite nice.
it's perfect. So we pick up with our players leaving the sewers through the manhole. There's that individual who is just kind of standing there. It's a different person right now. You guys have been down there for a little while. Looks like they may rotate out who is watching. There's a person over there who just kind of like takes note of you leaving the sewers. Just gives a little like nod. What are you guys gonna do?
How far away is the tavern from where we are now?
It's probably like a 15-ish minute walk, 10-15 minutes.
Okay.
It is night now, by the way. It's getting to be later, approximately like 8 p.m.-ish. But yeah, that's where we are.
I guess I'll be like, as we kind of get up and like start walking away from the people, I'll be like, if we run into combat, I don't have any more ability to cast potent spells. However, if we sit for an hour or so, that should be restored back to me. So, we can either check on Finley first, or if we're worried about what's going to happen, we could do it sooner. I have no
Seriously, just an
preference.
hour?
Yes.
God, you warlocks, that's so cool. I just want to get one back.
Oh, well, one is still very impressive.
Yes.
It's not as cool.
We should probably regroup. figure out our next step.
Yeah.
Why don't we find a place at least down somewhere around that area?
Yes, and then at least if he leaves, we'll see him leaving.
Exactly.
All right. So I don't know. I guess we'd go down. Yeah.
Heading over by
Stealthing until we find a place.
heading on over to the tavern, the wharf, and you can roll stealth, y'all.
I'm still a rat on Kelly's shoulder.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why I didn't say anything.
Oh yeah. Thanks for the reminder.
Squeak, 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 squeak. Where's my stealth? I don't remember.
17.
Nice.
11.
Okay.
11.
All right.
Hey, sorry, y'all.
Also, sorry about your dress, Eleonora.
10.
Okay. Look at that. All these nice people lowering the mishap level for y'all.
Oh, you
Thanks,
guys are so
everyone.
nice too.
There is some mercy today.
But I do say to Dad, thank you very much for being a gentleman down there.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, kind of worked out. At least I don't smell the sewer smell anymore, so I'm sure that'll wear off in a little bit.
Oh, that's what happened.
Yeah. No.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't really smell much of anything. Anyways, it's actually kind of nice.
Well, let me know when it returns. So I
I'm
can
sure.
keep track.
Yeah, what is it, like an hour or like a day at worst, right?
A day at worst, yes.
Better than being in a box.
And yeah,
That's very
Dap
true.
has filled back out to his normal size as well at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Thankfully.
but yeah, you guys look around, you find kind of a spot where you get line of sight on the tavern, trying to hide the best you can. There are a few people who like kind of look over and they do see you, but no one really seems to take much notice of you. It's just kind of like a glance and they go on.
Mm-hmm.
But
Once everyone sits down, I actually am going to go to the tavern. I'm going to take off and run over there.
so you watch as the rat
Yeah,
just
that's all
scurries
we see
off.
right now.
Yeah. Jumps off my shoulder.
Does she see something?
I think she wants to scout it out while she still has some sort of form.
No.
That's what I would assume.
Okay.
Yeah, probably. Can we see? We can see the tavern. We can like see her go into the tavern right from here. It's not like obscured in any way.
How close are you guys to the tavern?
Enough to see people coming and going, I guess. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess it depends.
So I'd say at this point, like, you can't really see inside, but you can see the doorway.
I'll kind of watch the doorway and signs for like,
we hear
commotion if I can.
frantic
Like
squeaking.
screaming,
will
yeah.
come over.
Yeah.
I was actually going to go to the outside of the tavern
Mhm.
because there's windows, and I was going to look in all of them since I'm small,
Sure.
so I can kind of get a full of the room.
Give me a rat athletics check.
Oh boy. Oh no.
Well, can you do acrobatics and the rat can do parkour?
No.
Oh my goodness, this poor thing. I'm not very strong. Let's see. That would be an 8.
Okay. Thankfully, the DC was pretty low for a rat to climb up to a window in
Okay.
this, but
Phew!
there's a little bit of kind of like figuring out how to maneuver your way on the stonework,
Right.
but eventually you scurry your way
It's
up
a negative.
and get to a
It's a
window.
-4 to strength.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, rats are not strong, so
that makes
My
sense.
hands are so small.
but
Yeah.
it's not the hardest thing for you to do to
Okay.
climb your way up,
Sweet.
and you eventually do find a spot in the window where you can look in. If you want, you can roll a perception check.
Yes, please. Oh gosh. Do I? I think I'm gonna use my. I would like to use my advantage die. We're gonna burn that
All
early
right,
today.
right away.
Ooh.
It was a 2. I wasn't gonna risk
All right.
anything. That's a 20 plus
Nat 20, nice.
plus nothing. So nat 20. Yeah.
Very nice.
At least it's worth it.
So you do look in. You spot Finley. He is seated at
Okay.
kind of the booth that he normally sits at. He's still there. You do notice 2 dwarfs who are still
Still in
nearby
there?
as
Okay.
well, kind of keeping an eye on him.
Okay.
There's a good amount of people who are in here too. There's definitely some
Okay.
crowd that has formed. Some people probably after work drinking, some of them without with their buddies. So it's more packed than it was, but
Okay.
that's about all you got right now.
I probably have almost an hour left in wild shape at least, right? You would say, or
You would probably be, I'd say, you waited 15 minutes or 10 minutes or so. So I'd say probably at least an hour 45 left with your 2 hours. Actually, no, we took
Sweet.
15 minutes to get here.
I feel like I was gonna say it took at least
Hour and a
15
half or
minutes.
so.
At least okay. All right. I'm actually gonna sit in the window as long as nobody's really like, I feel like looking out, you're not necessarily gonna see somebody unless you're really looking for a tiny little rat. I'm just gonna watch then for a while and see if anything's going on, or if I can read any lips and see what's happening, any discussions going on, that sort of thing.
Yeah. So you'll be sitting there for while the other ones try to take a short rest. So,
Yeah.
Anything you other 3 are doing while the rat Femia is off spying?
Or I'm Skellion. Just kind of regrouping, probably writing in notes, kind of like trying to go over the different stuff we're doing and try and maybe link, regrouping notes and regrouping what we're doing.
Okay.
Yeah, same. I think I'd be like trying to kind of map out where I thought we'd been in the sewer and like see if there was any way around where we needed to go, or like to where we needed to go if this talk doesn't work out.
Just kind of processing through the sewers a little bit, okay?
I think the first 15 minutes, because you can stand if you want to for a short rest, or do you have to sit?
No, you can, as long as it's light activity, that's fine.
Sure. Okay, perfect. Because I think she just she's not excusing herself walking away from the group, but she just kind of stand off to the side a little bit, she just is taking some time. She's fixing her hair. It just feels like she's trying to just kind of balance herself out. And 10-15 minutes later, she'll come back and sit down with the rest of the group.
Okay.
I think if we kind of discuss what we want to talk about, I think we'd wait for Euphemia.
Yeah.
Yeah, for more detailed next step stuff. Yeah.
Mhm.
So you guys just
When
relax.
you do sit,
I figured
you
I would
said-
use most of the hour, but if nothing interesting happens, I'll just come back.
That's fine.
So-
Yeah, that's smart.
when you do sit back down and kind of seem a little bit settled, all of a sudden a little owl just appears kind of on your legs and just kind of sinks up next to you so you can pet it.
Oh, I'd be
that's
excited.
cute.
I'd be hanging out.
Alright.
You don't think your
Well, if
owl is
they're-
gonna want to eat Ratfemia, right? Do you think he's
No.
gonna try to eat her?
Yeah, no, I've already had that discussion.
Okay, that's good. He just swoops down, takes her, and goes, "Ah!"
No,
Okay,
we
good
have
prank right there.
we have considered that
It might
as,
help.
as an emergency maneuver. We have considered that part
Yeah.
to get her out of danger, but yeah.
That's true.
It's also
Okay.
risky, so yeah, we'll go over it another time. Because if either one of them gets shot out of midair, that's pretty bad.
That's true.
Very true.
But
Yes.
Chat, bless my
I
heart.
get the
Great.
chat blessing. Thank you,
Love
chat.
it.
Thank you.
this is the direction of the game.
Hey, we're even. We've got one for us and one for Mark. That doesn't mean it's gonna work out even, but
Sure.
All right. So you're just hanging out then, chilling, recovering, patching yourself up a
Mhm.
little bit.
Mhm.
As
Hanging
you wait,
owls.
or Eleanor, there's a zip, zip, zip. It's just like this bird thing hovers in front of you and kind of plops down next to you and spits out a very fine looking letter with a stamp on it, and zip, 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 flies off, and I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Look at that. She came through. See, I told you.
That is lovely. I'm gonna go read it over here.
Do you need a therapy owl?
I'm all right, but I will read it over here. If you'll excuse
Mike,
me.
will go over to Winnie for a bit.
I think wasn't he with Winnie the whole time?
No, he was originally
You.
with you. So, like,
Oh, I'm so
it was-
sorry. I didn't even react to that. I thought it was.
yeah, it's
with Winnie
fine. No,
and,
it's
like,
fine. I was just trying to do something nice for Eleanor, but it's
That's
fine.
really bad.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said it was me. I don't know why I thought that too. I'm sorry. I was
Yeah,
reading
I saw
chat.
Kelly reacting to it, so I was like, oh, I guess
I'm
he.
sorry, I'm
I
sorry.
misheard.
It was for
I was
Eleanor.
just like, I was imagining just like
confused.
Winnie be like, cool, and be like, no,
I
okay,
just had
all right.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was reading chat and I forgot. I didn't see. I'm sorry. That was my
You're
bad.
good. You guys are fine.
Okay.
Both
Owls
can
totally
enjoy
cool.
our owl time. You
Okay,
can sit
exactly.
Yeah,
one on
wait.
each side.
Owl time does.
Well,
This is the thought that counts. Like she kind of like tentatively pets it. Yeah.
mhm.
Now I'm going over here and I'm reading this letter.
Okay. So she gets her letter, walks off.
It's a good stream scenario. Waiting for her to read her letter.
It's short.
Yeah.
It's short.
Uh-oh. No, I was just laughing at all of us, being like, what does it say? What does it say?
Yeah. Actually, I will come back. And Mark, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
You might you can respond to me in chat potentially if you want. I don't know, but
Okay.
well, actually, I'm just gonna respond to you. Really
Okay,
fast.
that's fine.
Sorry.
So many secret things, everybody.
Sorry.
You need to decipher the clicking and I can tell what she's saying.
Yeah.
The clicking helps.
Someone-
Yeah. It's just-
I know the clicks.
Observant key. Mark, you are so cool and handsome today.
I think you are cool and you want to go on a date.
Gives you unlimited D extra rolls. There you go.
One more question.
I'm very
Okay,
curious.
interesting. All right, yeah. So it's okay. You don't have to be curious for long. So I will. I'll come back. She doesn't really even seem all that bothered. I think more perplexed, and she just kind of like drops it, like in well, not Winnie's lap because Owl's there, so I'll do it in Davryl's lap. And it says, "Hello, my dear sister. I've been quite worried about you and your mental state. I want to help you with your grief and am offering to pay for your treatment. People will be arriving who will take good care of you. You remember our agreement before you left. Alexander."
Alexander.
What agreement is he talking about?
Oof.
Not to come back, I think.
You're not coming back, right? I mean, not right now, at least.
No, I'm trying to poke around a bit, though.
Where would you
Sending
heard
like-
that?
letters to perceive it and such, so he may not like that I was doing that. And my parents.
Where would you have heard that? How would he have known?
Well, if Perceiver is in league with
Ah.
Alexander, I'm sure she would have told him. And my parents told him as well, so
Ah,
it makes sense.
what does it mean people are coming after you? Or like people are gonna come get you?
That's what I'm wondering.
Like
Ah.
loony bin people, or
Apparently, the facade is that I'm unwell, so...
Hmm.
That's
this-
what
Guess I'll
my
do it.
parents said in their letter.
is this like
to
a
you.
normal rich thing to like send people after you, or is that just a thing?
I don't think it's a normal.
No, this is like an Alexander thing.
I think this is that Alexander's trying to get me to shut up. So
Right.
he's-
So this is outside. Oh, sorry. I'm just trying. I've never been in that sort.
Of course, I don't mind explaining. It's
Okay.
just.
But hey, not saying it's a good thing at all, but also if he's sending people after you, and I don't know, it might mean that you're at least a threat enough to him still. At least the demon means whoever it is knows that it, like, maybe you're onto something. I don't know. Or you're at least a nuisance enough for him not to just ignore.
Yes, I was expecting something like this because of what my parents said in the letter. They were urging me to accept Alexander's help. But I don't know how he thinks he will find me unless he's just going to Heidi's, in which case I should probably tell her to beware. Not that they would do anything to her, I'm sure. They would probably have to act very professional, but...
Or not act professional.
Like Heidi?
Like a thug.
Oh, yes, I guess it depends on who he's sending. It
I mean, if
depends
he
on
has
what
a
sort
circle of influence, then he can do whatever he wants.
But reputation is important, though, for stuff like this, and I don't know.
Depends on what kind of reputation you're giving, if it's a charm magic, or if it is still trying to rely on actual reputation.
Yes, that is the question, is how far does the reach go of this potential? We don't even know if it is, but this potential brainwashing. So if others just think that it's true, I could see even forces for good thinking that it's the truth. So it just depends, but it is something to know, to be aware of. Like I said, I'm not too bothered because I figured it out already, seen it coming, but...
So if we hear about anyone asking for you, we should probably be careful then.
Yes.
Does Alexander know you're with us, like a group of people?
No,
That's good.
I only mentioned Heidi's address to Perceiva as a way to contact me.
So that's good, though, because that means he doesn't even know that, I don't know, there's a bunch of us, and we could, make sure you don't get taken anywhere.
I don't feel unsafe here. Well, you know what I mean. From Alexander's people.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm glad I have this ahead of time. We can work on a plan to deal with this. And she kind of takes the letter, if you guys are okay with her taking it, and folds it and puts it away. And it's like, we probably should focus, though, on the mission at hand. I appreciate you discussing it with me, though.
Hey, if you ever just want to, let loose and just get mad, it's okay. It's just us. You don't need to... I'm not saying it's bad to keep your composure, but sometimes you feel like you're just all bottling it up and you need to just let it out. So now you can.
It's an interesting concept, Davril. I appreciate the sentiment.
Maybe not when people are looking. And when we're not trying to be stealthy.
Yes.
But
I would rather not make a scene right now.
I'm saying, finding a good cliff, yelling until your throat starts to bleed. It's fun. Well, it's maybe not always fun, but it's relieving.
Is that your method? Oh. Interesting.
Well, it worked once or twice for me. Also, do you guys smell this? And he starts burning incense. Just a little bit. You guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, 1 hour. That's down. All right.
1 hour down. Let's see what happens.
Probably a day.
All right. You guys may complete a short rest.
Yay!
In the tavern, there's definitely some rowdy people in there, but as you watch, Finley's just kind of sitting quietly by himself. The dwarves are just mean mugging everybody who even walks near his table, and people are staying away from him. The dwarfs are just sitting there, intimidating as ever, scaring off most people, not drinking, and I'll say with your nat 20 as you watch, you look as like one of the dwarfs like reaches up and starts to fiddle with something, and as you stare at it, it looks like the head of a wolf, like a small like carving or something around a neck.
Oh, like a pendant?
Yeah, and
Okay.
then just like tucks it back under their clothing, under the armor.
Interesting. Okay. Nobody else goes up to Finn during this time, or?
Nope, he's just sitting there by
Okay.
himself.
Interesting. All right. Okay. As I think the hour might be rounding up or whatever, I'm gonna scamper back.
Okay.
And I will change back into a person.
Good, Micah. He told you that I was not going to go after Raphemia.
Oh, I would hope not.
That was a good question, though. Find anything?
Well, Finley's still in there, and so are the dwarves. No one went up to him in the time that I was in watching. It's pretty crowded in there right now. One of the dwarves, he had, was it the male or the female?
The one you were watching was the male.
Okay. The man, the dwarf in there, he has some kind of a pendant that has a wolf on it.
Would that ring any bells, like hearing that, like any sort of wolf, like logo?
None of you guys are
Right.
from here, but
Okay.
Was there a Thieves Guild called the Pack?
there was a thieves guild called the Pack,
Mm-hmm.
or a monster hunting group.
Oh.
Pack.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that could be wolves going packs.
Do we know who
Rich.
runs that?
But they're on the east side.
Like, what do monster hunters want with this item? I mean, I guess with the magic, it could be helpful.
Well, they are a Thieves Guild.
Probably maybe
Are-
sell it.
Are
Yeah.
they, or are they just a monster hunter?
Yeah, sorry. Do I have that just next to each other, or is that an attached thing?
They,
I'm gonna- let me look.
you guys remember being told they're a little more of a shady group?
Yes.
Often composed of like fighters and rogue types.
Okay.
Okay.
Because like there were some that were like
They're not necessarily monster hunters,
Full
though,
on.
correct?
They are monster hunters. That's what they're known as in the
Oh.
city. But you were warned that
Okay.
they will probably kill you if they find out you're monster hunters.
yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I have kind of hunters, but bad.
There you go.
Just like that.
Yes.
Alright.
Perfect notes. Perfect.
That clear.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
about right.
Okay.
Accurate. That's who we're dealing with, huh?
Well, that's it. At least who's going up against everyone else, maybe, or wanting to protect their perceived investment.
So it's a
Do
turf
you want to
thing
use
here.
it or sell it?
I don't know.
I'm sure it's not used against them, that's for sure.
It's true.
Eleanor, did you cast something?
Dab also lost his sense of hearing. No. I just said they want
How
us
funny.
badly though. About this. So
Yeah.
So are we like against just knocking out the doors and talking to Finn?
well,
We did that last time, and I mean, I guess we could take two dwarves, but knowing that they're behind a group, not knowing, but if we're assuming they're part of a group, they might have backup waiting somewhere, you know. So
they were a
Yeah.
bit tough too. So I think
Mhm.
if we engaged in combat, it would be tricky. I'm not saying we couldn't do it, but
I also caught you off guard, right?
yes.
yeah.
But all right, maybe we should just go over our options. We found a flyer for Club Drake in his house, correct? So we don't know if that means that someone is in the club or around it, or the buyers are in the club.
Yeah.
Who knows? We have much of the sewers left unexplored in case something might be hiding down there.
I did think of something. I guess I'll have like a map that like, or she's a map that she's like drawn. I had assumed that we'd find something if we went like around the one area by the club, but there were other areas kind of past it or different areas that I didn't even bother really exploring. And so if we were looking for where Bradford would be hiding, or even maybe a different, I don't know, area, that could be something too. I was just going around where I thought the club was because I thought maybe there'd be an entrance somewhere, but I realized that might not have been there was a lot that we didn't explore further out.
And he may not be hiding there at all, but I think it is a good guess if he's trying to lay low. But we know that they both quit their jobs, and Bradford seems to have entirely had some abysmal behavior.
Burned bridges, yeah.
Burned bridges.
Didn't feel like he was ever going to come back or have to see his people again, so.
Him and Finley both seem very confident. And when I was speaking to Finley, there was some sort of... He was lying about something. And I'm still not quite sure what, but I don't know if he's a caster himself and he didn't want to admit it, or he didn't test it properly, but he's saying he did.
Or what if it works like, I don't know, what if he knows it only works to an extent and so they could leave town before people figure out that it doesn't? I don't know. I'm not sure how far reaching it is, whoever's buying it is going to be, so maybe they wouldn't do that, but it could be lying about a lot of things.
So, we could go back to the sewers, test our luck, but who knows? We could try and talk to Finley, but we'd have to get him alone. And I would rather try and get him without the dwarves. I'm just not quite sure how to do that or how we could distract them. Or we fight them head on.
Ashley, you have a D4 blessing.
Yay, thanks, chat.
Extra special one for you too, who redeemed that. So.
Yeah, it's true love.
Oh, it came through again. I think that happened last time.
Oh my gosh,
that's funny.
There are things that go beyond our understanding, like Rachel's ability to guess what's in the Starburst packet and the Nightbot knowing that John and Ashley are married. Wow. There's magic here today, guys.
This is beautiful.
The magic of the universe. The synchronicity. This bodes well, right? That means everything works in our favor today.
We're exactly where we should be now. Okay, when he wrote down sewers, Finley talk, Finley confront, and that was what I actually wrote. So I'm gonna look at, like, well, you were gonna, I know you said you didn't have any, like, since it didn't work before, but we could, you know, sound like a spell, like, talk to him, like you said before, and see if we could get him. I don't know how he ditched the dwarves, maybe he couldn't, but he might, maybe he knows somewhere to meet that would be private, so we could try that again.
It's definitely an option. Were you going to say something, Davril?
Well, yeah, I was kind of trying to think how I might make it work, but if we are trying to separate him from the dwarves, I could disguise myself for a little bit just to cause a distraction, or cause enough of a momentary where maybe he could drop, you know, the dwarves. But I don't.
Oh, how would you do that?
Make myself look like Finley. We swap them out. I just don't know how I'd pull it off. And then lose them. But...
Obviously, I don't know for sure, but something tells me if Finley thinks that, you know, he'll get a better offer without the dwarves, I think he might be sneakier or more well equipped to handle stuff than maybe even like he looks like. So maybe if he had incentive to ditch them, he might be able to know a way to ditch them or a place to meet us or something like that. Because if he thinks he can get more money if he's alone, then I think he'll do that. I think he wants as much money as he can possibly get.
I
think
agree.
about their houses show that, though.
What?
That they're competent.
Yes. And the other thing is he seemed to very much enjoy the art of bartering, which, yes, it is very enjoyable, but he wanted the dwarves around in some ways. He was yelling out my offers so that it could continue to increase. So I think as long as he thinks, yes, I think as long as he thinks that the dwarves will give him more, then he may want them around. I don't know if he's aware of how much they are willing to kill to win, though. So that is the one thing that perhaps if we lean on that a bit. But
we could tell him that there'd be no bidding war if the other party is dead, so he needs to make sure that he gives us a chance to actually bid. Because, yeah, there's no... We could even say, like, they were threatening it. Like, we can't do it around them because they were threatening us. I don't know.
yes.
I would assume that he knows who they are and who they associate with.
At least to an extent, yeah.
Well, and if he's been known to hang with a lot of criminal, thief kind of people, then I would think that he'd understand what they're capable of.
Yeah.
A lot of flies in the ports here.
And maybe that's why he has them around. But like, who's in charge? Is it the dwarves or him?
Well, that's my question.
Is
actually,
he really?
Yeah, like why is he? Why don't they just kill him? And I guess if he's not saying where it is or something, but why don't they just torture him and take it? Like I don't. If they're willing to do that much violence, why are the dwarves playing by the rules at least a little bit? I don't get it.
That's why I don't think it's on him. I think Bradford has it. Or
did you do
somebody else has it?
Some sort of detect magic? You did. All right. And he doesn't.
Both houses. Here and both houses. Yeah.
Oh, for some reason I thought the spell failed when we were here, but I guess not.
No, it took me twice as long to do it. That's why everyone.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, we were awkwardly sitting there forever.
Yes.
Had some stomach issues.
What if?
Right, so we know that it's not here then.
Yeah, I still think it's likely Bradford has it, but what if Club Drake isn't related at all?
It may
I
not
agree.
be.
We don't know.
It seems likely Bradford would hide in the sewers. That seems like a good place to hide, but
Club Drake might just be a place they've been to and not necessarily where he's at. But
or an option they considered at one point.
Or even maybe the starting point for where, like, they would say they're going to Club Drake, but they're just actually exploring somewhere else in the sewers. Like, going to Club Drake would be the acceptable way to, like, get in and out.
could be where he's planning on doing the trade-off too tomorrow. More neutral ground that has other people to protect him except the pack. The Dragonborns.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
So
I mean, we don't know. I mean, it sounds like Finley's our best next move. Unless we have another option.
I certainly don't think it would hurt to contact him and put that out there. But we would need to set a time of how long we want to wait because we don't have a lot of time.
yes,
Before we go do something else.
Also, not that I don't know if we wanted to do this, but we had floated the idea before of asking, oh my god, what's our boss's name? Why am I forgetting his name?
Idkin.
Edgin, oh my god. We thought about asking Edgin about, I don't know, potentially Club Drake or like some exclusive.
I think we were going to talk about Chapnut, not Egden.
Okay.
Right.
That was, I guess so, yeah. Whoever would know.
Yeah,
more
I feel like
about-
we were gonna, if we
Trying to get to
even
Kindra.
probably- Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess either one of them to get to Kindra.
Although
She
I know that she asked us not to get her involved.
Right.
So I would think
Yeah, she
last
said we could send her a
resort.
message.
Yes, if we needed her, but she also asked us not to break her cover.
Right.
So
think
I don't know
sending
how
messages
she would.
doing that.
Oh no, I think the sending the message is fine, but how would she contact us? She'd
Through
probably
job
have
not
to
or
talk-
again. I mean, I guess if she has a way to talk
Yes,
back.
because our only way to talk with Japnot is a one-way or a two-way sending stone, but it's used once. So if we contact Idgin, then he cannot contact us back after he talks to Kendra.
Unless they're more powerful, but yeah.
They might. Is Kendra? Can she do things like that?
I mean, she's more along on her blade singing than I am. I kind of diverted to my artificer training.
I see.
So if we are even somewhat close in our studies, she's maybe, something like that. I feel like Igden would be more likely, but yeah.
All right.
So we're gonna try and talk to Finley. Try and do it without getting the dwarves involved.
I still have that cantrip, so we can see what he says, I suppose. Perhaps, is he even willing to try and ditch them?
Yeah.
Or not?
I mean, I can buy us an hour by sitting there, as long as the dwarves don't notice. That's risky.
It's very true.
Have them meet
Are
us
you
in the
willing to do
house,
that?
do a swap. Yeah, I can just run away. I'm good at running away.
And I assume if I did get him alone, the idea would be to offer more
What if he
money.
What if he wants proof about money or who our boss is and stuff? What do we?
We're gonna have to find another angle, like safety, getting him out of here alive, or trying to figure out what this lie is about.
Calling his bluff
Yes.
somehow.
Because I think if we are starting to deal in 7,000, 8,000, 10,000 gold, there is some sort of, oh my gosh.
You got another one?
If you get it twice, do we get it? Because if
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
Yeah.
that
we get
gets
a penalty.
that gets added into the mishap level.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
good.
A D4 gets put into the
Oh, okay.
mishap level, so it
it's
just
good
went
enough.
up.
Oh,
It's
God.
a win-win for him.
Oh.
It's a win-win for me.
So I would think that if we're willing to spend that much, he may be a little more lenient to answer more questions, and perhaps we can find a different sort of thing, or ask for how did he test it.
And also, are we worried about if he figures out we're swindling him? Like, what if he's actually like powerful or something? I mean, I doubt it, but what if, I don't know, if he found this magical item, what else is he hiding? I don't know.
I mean, that's our mission. There's no way around making an enemy. We're gonna
Yeah.
make an enemy of someone this week.
Yeah.
Yes, we definitely will.
We
Just
probably won't be
making
able to
sure
go back to
we're-
Northport for a while.
Yeah.
Not this side. Alright, let's
Yeah.
Yes. I know tonight has been
Extra
rather
mission.
dismal, but I think we can do it.
I believe in us. Ooh, says Micah. No, the owl actually hooed.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I was making a
Nice.
noise too for you.
Oh, okay. I
double
thought you were
alpha.
joking him for being like, ooh, see?
Yeah.
He said it there.
Wow, he totally agrees.
Yeah.
Ventriloquism.
Familiars make sounds?
Yes.
Oh,
For some reason, I thought they were silent.
It's a fake creature. It
Yeah.
can make sounds.
I guess not. Yeah.
So, you can be ready, Davril, to do a disguise if you need to. If he seems unwilling, then I suppose we just go back down in the sewers and see if we can find something. Is that the plan?
I think so.
Yeah, probably.
And if this works, what do you want? What do you want me to do? Should I keep an eye on?
Well,
Or do you?
there is something to consider, is that Winifred and I are seen as a separate entity.
Yep.
Mhm.
So, although I don't know if I think it's all right to admit that to Finley, perhaps. But that is something to think about, though. If we wanted to go inside and see if we could find out more about the dwarves or something, you two could go in and do but I'm not sure
If they believe us.
if they believe it.
Yeah. We were seen together, so I'm not sure how well our act went.
I think I deceived them rather well. I will say that, but I understand your concern.
I just don't know if I did.
True. So, I message Finley then, and we'll see what happens from there.
Let's go from there.
Yeah.
All right. So, we're gonna try this message spell again.
Let's see how that goes.
I know.
So you cast message.
Yep.
All right. Let me.
I will say too, like before she does it, she just takes a breath because
Wait.
she just
Bracing herself.
hates casting right now. Yeah.
I will look at you though first and be like, do you want to turn the device on just in case? If you only have one of those spells. Yeah.
Turn the
You
device
might
on.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Especially if we
good.
go back and forth with message a couple times, that's probably a good idea.
Okay. So you have the device turns back on.
Okay.
You cast.
Cast message. I guess we should find out if it works first.
It works.
It works! Wow. Is this what it feels like?
It's amazing, isn't it?
Just be a normal
Success?
casting? Okay. So I say, I don't think there's too much of a word limit, is there? Like, I'm sure it has to be short, but
I think it's. I'm gonna just do 25, like sending. I'm just gonna keep it like that. I feel like that's
Okay.
pretty fair.
or
Sure.
loosely 25 at least. I don't know if it has to be exact because it doesn't say 25. So
Let me read the exact wording.
just saying.
I'll be right back while you're doing it.
I'm just gonna say it's probably about 25. So keep it short. You can't like give
a
a.
message. I won't give a speech. I just don't like to limit it to 25 if I don't have to.
You get 6 seconds.
You can trust me
It
to
lasts
be
one
fair.
round.
Yeah.
So
Perfect. Okay. You can talk pretty fast in 6 seconds potentially.
let's go.
If you're
I'm
Eleanor,
timing
for
you.
sure.
Ready?
No, don't. No, don't do that.
Close your eyes.
Okay,
All
don't go.
Just it's no. Don't do that. Just all he hears.
He's like, what?
A weird broadcast I just
Okay.
picked up on.
Okay, so that
Yeah.
wasn't for you, but the other person's intimidated, so now you.
Go for it.
Yeah, so I'll say, Finley, this is Eleanor. I'd like to continue discussions, but your companions are proving troublesome. That's what I'll say first.
25.
You hear back. You have money now?
Wait, that's 25.
Do you say now?
Yeah, do you have money now?
I will go back and say,
Hold on. Cast it again.
oh yes.
Jurix just lowered it.
No
Thank you.
mishap. And we do have a lower now, so we'll do that.
Perfect.
Thanks, Jurix.
Let's see if I get the lower in before the roll or not.
So go ahead. It works.
I say, I have some approvals. We can talk about them if you can lose your friends.
You hear back. I don't know you, and you don't seem like you have a lot of power. How much you offering?
Let's show it the back.
I just go and Eldritch blast him. No, I'm just kidding.
Go for it.
Open the door and Eldritch Blast immediately
power!
through the
Pew, 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 pew.
bar island thing.
Yes. She will say,
Cast again. Okay.
yeah,
No mishap.
okay.
Waiting for no mishap, no mishap, no mishap, and then like no nose on someone or something.
Yeah. New starting offer, 85,000. Oh, not 8,500. Sorry.
85,000.
Whoa!
Wow!
Just I have like a million gold just laying around.
We're paying yacht prices for this.
Oh my goodness.
So
I was still thinking about all those channel points.
Yeah. Understandable.
It's like, sold, where do you want to meet?
Yeah.
This is easy.
Also, marry me because you're so rich.
you hear back. I need some money up front if you're gonna be throwing around that type of level. And I need to know who you're working for.
Can I roll persuasion through these or no?
I will say I'll give you a disadvantage one on it if you want to do it.
Sure. Okay. What did he say? I want to know who you're working for and
Money up front, and I need to know who you're working for.
So I will do one more.
Okay. Brings the mishap level up. You are lucky, because the first roll would have been a mishap, but that device, I rolled it again. I got 2 nat 20s, which means no mishap. So
Yay!
you are lucky.
We need to do it.
Yeah, thank you for reminding me that we can. I keep thinking we need such a really long cooldown, like once per long rest type of thing, but I forget the cooldown's only 10 minutes, so we can.
Just remember that it only stays active for a minute though, and you've already done 4. So
Sure, that's okay. So I will say.
wait, no, it's not more than a minute, isn't it? It's like 10 minutes, isn't it? Sorry.
I think it's 10 minutes.
I think it's 10 minutes. Because if it was a minute, that'd be dumb.
I think it is.
I think it's 10 minutes.
Okay, sounds good.
You're good.
So I will try and roll persuasion and say, come now, Finley. We were having a good discussion earlier. I'm sure we can still come to an agreement. Just come and talk without your friends.
Okay, roll your disadvantage.
Oh yeah, I forgot to roll.
We're all like,
And? Waiting for a response.
I need to get your roll first.
We're waiting for the roll to come up
Oh
on
my
screen. Baldur's Gate level.
This is so funny. 14.
14.
For a disadvantage.
Uh-huh. Expertise, baby.
so good. Mhm.
Nice. Well, steak. Oh, steak sounds so good.
Oh, let's roll that blessing real quick. See who gets that.
Oh, thanks, Steak.
Oh, Ashley again got picked. We're gonna
Oh,
put that in the
no!
mishap level.
Still not me.
Didn't even
Alright.
get a chance to use mine yet.
All right. You hear back.
Music's intense.
Leave some money behind the outhouse to show you're really going to be serious. I'll be out in 2 minutes. So take a look, but the guard or the dwarfs will follow.
He said he'll be out in 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I go back to you guys really quickly, and I'm like, all right, he's out in 2 minutes. He wants money by the outhouse to show that we're serious, and the dwarves are coming with him. So, do we ambush them or do we not? What do we want to do? We have to decide in 2 minutes. Now it's less than 2 minutes.
I have
I can also look
115
like
gold on
him.
me. I can to give it all out. I'm willing to just leave it
No,
out.
I think anything we have will be not
I got
Good
11.
enough.
If we pool it all, we get like 200 gold. That's not. I mean, that shows we're. He didn't. Did he say amount of money?
I bid 8,500.
I still
so-
think 200 is
It's-
at least something. For
Mark,
sure,
would I
probably not enough.
know? Would I just know, kind of instinctively, if something like 100 or 200 would count as enough, or would that just seem like?
Business sense roll.
Yeah.
You wouldn't really be 100% sure, but I mean, what you're offering is 1/85th of the full price. So,
Yeah, that's kind of.
so
That's kind of what I'm thinking. Is like it doesn't
There's, like,
seem like it looks like
pocket
we're
change.
that serious.
Yeah.
I say then he might know we're serious too if we just immediately attack our competition like they attacked us. We could just attack. I don't know.
So
We're already.
you want to
pretty
ambush
fought
them or
off.
no? Ambush them or no? Which one?
Or I could walk
Yes.
them away.
Or what?
Or walk them away if we put the gold in the outhouse, and I'll try and convince them to stay and talk to you.
I say we ambush them, and that way the competition's kind of wiped out, and he won't willing to talk to us anyway.
Just know we're gonna have the pack after us.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Euphemia, you look concerned. I don't care which one we do.
I think that we probably that's not enough gold. You know, I have like 100
Yeah.
gold here. That's not enough. 200 is not enough. I think
No,
that's
I know.
not an option.
Yes. So are we ambushing them or no?
I suppose. I don't.
We don't have to even. We can go down to the sewers. Either way.
But we will be losing. Yeah. He'll know we're not serious then, I guess.
I think we can.
Okay.
I think we can intimidate him. We can show our power. We don't need gold. Show our power this way. But we're not afraid of the pack.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. That's some intimidation right there.
Oh, you're saying that's why we should do it.
Show them we're not scared of the pack. So gold or not.
the front
We
door
need to make a
opens,
decision now.
and he's starting to walk out
We're-
towards the outhouse.
We're going
And
and
the dwarfs are right
swinging,
behind him. He's walking.
So where are we in relation to where the outhouse is?
So you are in the front because you had eyes on you're like in an alley across the way looking at the front door. He walked out and it's like off around to the side, and he's walking with the dwarfs right now. They're right behind him.
So we could just run behind and like
Mm-hmm.
straight up attack if we wanted to, like do another surprise round like last time. Or we
Or
just
do you
leave
want to try and talk it with them?
And I cast false light on myself just while we're waiting and while the thing's still on.
First level?
Yep.
Well, I guess we'll improvise
No,
then.
it's
Are we doing this?
We're attacking, or are we talking?
We can
That's
try
what I
talking
need to know.
first. Oh, I
Okay,
see.
you talk. You do the talking then.
Do you? They're probably going to attack us though. So
Yes.
do we want?
Then let's
do
just get the
these
jump on
first?
him.
All right, let's do it then.
Okay.
Oh boy. Euphemia looks troubled by this, but she will follow everyone.
I know. This was a lot faster than I
Just
thought
getting a
would happen.
clarification, but
I
okay.
watched
Oh
2
my
minutes
gosh.
of your conversation tick by. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
I will. I'll
you
just talk-
hear them
Oh,
discussing
actually,
something because it's been
Yeah,
long enough.
actually,
so.
I'll say, how about I
Mhm.
can go talk, and then you
Yeah.
can swing in if it gets
We-
bad. Does that work?
Okay. Yeah, I'll hide. I'll wait. Yes, I'll try and sneak behind you, and if they see me, they see me. But if not, then yeah.
If
Go.
I don't know what to do. I see everyone looks sad with each decision we're making.
No,
We don't have time.
Uh,
Go.
I think we need to do it.
We either shoot now or you
You
go and talk.
see, he's starting to come around back towards the front with the dwarfs behind him.
Oh,
Alright.
he's already through.
Yeah, he already went to the outhouse
Already
and he's on his way back.
Oh, okay. So,
He looks very upset right now.
so you, I'm sorry.
We'll just follow
I'm
at
a
a
little-
distance. How about that?
this is frazzling me. Hold
I'm
on, I
sorry.
gotta
I'm a
think
little frazzled. Can we just take a breather for a second? I could just think
Yeah.
about this, please, Mark. Can you give me a second? Okay.
You get a moment.
A little frazzled. Goes really quick sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Where is there still time for us to ambush and still be in the alley, or have they already left?
They are coming back around to the front of the building at this point. So they're not in the building, but they've already
They're on the
went
side.
to the outhouse and are coming back.
Mhm.
They're on the side.
They are near the side. They're like on the front, kind of, but they're like off to the side. They're not directly in front of the door
Okay.
right now.
We've just made them mad. We have to move.
Yeah,
Put 'em
just
on the
like
ploy and we
go
didn't
for it.
follow anything. Yep.
Yeah, okay. That's fine then.
Are you still gonna
Um,
try and talk to them, or should we miss
No,
that
I
chance?
think it's done.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
How far away
So-
are we right now?
We're running
Uh,
a route.
like 30-ish feet, I'd say. Ish.
As we go up, can I cast Shillelagh on my staff since we're prepping?
So you're gonna approach and cast that? Or are you doing that in the alley?
Are we approaching? That's what it sounded like.
That's
Yeah,
I don't know what you guys
approaching.
are doing. You're not really being
Yeah.
committal right now with what you're doing.
I'm about to cast a spell if you guys are ready.
Oh, please do it, because I don't think Eleanor
Tasha's
would.
hideous laughter on one of the doors.
All
Okay.
right.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
great.
walking forward and
That's fun.
casting it then. Yeah.
Okay,
I
we're
would-
And
gonna
as
roll
all of us are
for we're gonna roll for initiative here, everybody.
Okay.
All right, love you guys. We just gotta commit.
I know. I think sometimes when I see that looks like someone's upset by something, then I'm like, am I stampeding over what they want?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. And so then I.
No, she's
Yeah,
just trying not to
yeah.
repeat what happened last time, so she's gonna hesitate
Yeah. that
until
makes
everybody else
sense.
makes a
That's what I was
decision.
wondering. I was wondering if that's what was
So
happening.
you're just gonna have to
Yeah.
move anyway, and she'll follow.
Okay. Yeah, and I never know if that's like if that stuff's like
In
in
character,
character,
out of
or
character,
out of
yeah.
character. I just want people to not feel like listened to.
Yeah.
No,
I
that's
was.
okay.
I don't know. I was trying to be decisive, but I didn't want to feel like stampeding either. So, 15.
We love you guys. It's a great check-in moment. We're all good. It's all good. Mark stuck with
It's-
the timer, and
I hate it when he
We have
shifts the
that.
timer.
I love it. I love it.
I
It's
hate it so
totally
much.
fine. This is
I
very
know.
much like
He had
the
us still do a
situation,
lot of
though.
stuff like this. Yeah, no, it's fine that he actually does
No.
it. I just hate it.
Love the
That-
reality of it.
He did that once in like a big boss thing where we had to make a major decision, and he had a little like
Oh.
hourglass, and he just flipped
That
the
was-
hourglass.
Oof. I love those. Matt Mercy used to do that all the time. Critical Role is like, I think it's my
so
favorite time.
crazy.
All right. So I got
Like you have
15
1
for
hour to defeat
Winifred.
the boss. That's it.
What did you get, Eleonora?
I got a 6.
Dav?
19.
Okay.
Actually rolled really well.
And Euphemia?
21, which is really where she
Hey.
didn't want to be.
Look at that.
The 2 low initiative people.
Let me roll some initiative for everyone involved.
Worst nightmare. Oh man.
Oh man.
Jeez.
And
I do apologize for getting flustered, though. Like I said, I just thought that everybody was upset, so I just did
No.
it.
In character, she's very
Is
upset.
it?
Out of
Yeah,
character, I'm perfectly
yeah.
fine.
yeah, we're all good. I'm good at least.
Okay.
You have like 17 blessings for sure.
Yeah. He,
I only have one. The other one went into the mishap level.
Okay.
So many blessings.
But yeah, I think that's a good time to take a break, as we'll get into the combat
Perfect.
when we come back and
Perfect.
give everyone a chance to breathe a little bit, and then we'll do some stuff. So stick
Yeah.
around as we have a fight coming, part 2 here. So see y'all shortly.
We got
Hello,
this.
everybody. They got this. We are heading back in now as we get to combat. Let me update the special stuff. Let's see, Rachel, you have an advantage still.
I love you too, Mark.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, Mark. Also, we're all at, I think we should all be at full health because we took a short rest.
Yes, let me update that.
If we did hit dice.
I do have 6 temporary on top of it.
Okay.
Nice.
I don't know if you put that in your stuff.
Yeah, let me update that, and I'll put the 6 extra into yours. Let's see.
I always thought this was a lame spell, and now I'm like, oh, that's actually really cool.
What is it? False life?
Yeah.
Has a D4.
Yeah. Remember Kelly or Raya used it all the time.
And
Yeah,
I have a
I
like
D4.
False Life. It was
Or Mike.
just enough to like give you a little boost.
Yeah. Like, does it really help? And now I'm being like, oh, it really helps.
And
Yeah.
Especially if you're like, you know, down to 5 hit points, you're like, oh, thank God I did False Life. Whoop.
All right, let me change up the song as we are in combat now. This one I chose. All right, so we enter combat. You guys can initiate the combat with your spells that you said you were going to do. And top of the round is Euphemia. So it's go time. You watching Dad.
Right.
You both are kind of in the same turn doing your thing. So
Yep. Did my that was a spell.
that was your
You need
thing.
to roll for it?
Yep, I'll roll for it now if you're committing to that.
The bonus action, Shillelagh.
Yep. And you still have the device up.
Yes.
It's just barely not a mishap. Look at that.
Boy.
We are up to extreme level though
Oh boy.
at this point. All right. So you got your shillelagh up.
Okay. I know it's high. We're gonna do this anyway.
Ooh, you just got lucky with the lower right then.
Yay!
It's still extreme though.
Thanks,
It
Lit.
wasn't enough to bring
Oh
it
my
down from that.
goodness. Okay, well, you know, we're gonna do it. I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers on the dwarf in the back.
The far one? Okay.
Yeah, it's first level.
First level. Let me roll for that. Look at that. Another 2 nat 20s to not have a mishap. Look at that.
Oh my goodness.
So he needs to make a wisdom save.
Wisdom.
Wisdom save. That is a 15 total.
Oh, that just makes it. I think he still takes.
He still has that.
Yeah, takes half. Okay.
All right.
Let me roll. Oh, I rolled high.
Nice. Oh, look at that. Right back with a
15 half
raise.
is. Oh boy. 15 half to 7.
Yep. Let me raise
There
that
you
back
go.
up because we got a raise.
Oh boy.
I love when the chat competes for raising and lowering.
Right? This is gonna be quite the.
All right.
It's like I think you
Like
turned
they're
that
having
on,
their own
Rachel.
battle.
Yeah.
All right. So he takes a little bit of psychic damage and just kind of angrily looks in your direction. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Dav, it's you.
I'll aim my Tasha's hideous laughter at the female dwarf and goes,
All right.
why did the wizard regret buying a few wands? They were free of charge.
All right.
So anime of you.
It's great.
So that's another wisdom save.
Yeah.
Let me roll to see about mishaps first, because
It'll be so funny if it doesn't make it, or if it doesn't hit, and she's just like, "What?"
Because there's no charges on the
You know.
wand. Okay.
Get it?
Because
Oh.
I'm a wizard.
a mishap
Trying to
does
be.
go off. A mishap happens. Let me roll for what the mishap is. The spell works, but the mishap goes off. Let me see. That's this column. Oh, okay, cool. You feel the energy hit you. You don't know what it is at this point.
Ah, well,
But but the mishap level goes down a little bit. Wisdom save from the dwarf. That is going to be... Do I want to use my d4 on this one? I think I do. That's up to a 16 now.
Oh, silvery barbs!
Silvery barbs.
Yeah, it's a little lightning cast, and I'll kind of have a re-roll, and then Winnie will feel a little static electricity, gives her advantage on her next hit.
If that works, spell works.
Forget about that.
Forget that it's another mishap, now that I think about it, but...
That's another chance for a mishap.
Yo.
I rolled a 17 on the die for that one, so...
Lame. Or the dry.
So, any damage, or is it just nothing happens?
No.
All right.
Because it's a wand. Normally it has charge it. Really. Oh,
all right.
God.
And just so you guys know, the guy is back here, the girl is up here, and that's Finley.
And then I'm gonna take a kind of 20-foot arc to kind of get to like near where the front door is.
Okay. You hustle up. Right here.
Something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. The male dwarf gets to go. Music is so loud. Okay. The male dwarf gets to go. He is going to charge you, Dav.
Yep.
He's attacking you. Pulls out his
One turn KO.
long sword and takes a swing at you. That's a nat one on the first attack. Second attack is going to be I think that's a miss too. 16. So.
Hey, they both miss.
He misses.
Nice.
He's just like closing his eyes, waiting for it. And then...
Lucky. That's his turn. Winnie, we're up to you.
Okay, I'm going to... I feel like I'm going to go punch that lady dwarf again.
All right. 5, 10, 15. There you go.
Okay. So first punch. Either I have advantage on this roll, this next roll. Okay. Okay. Oh, it turns into a 19 on the die. So 19. Oh my goodness, where's my little thing? I'm gonna do regular punch, so it'd be 25 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
Okay. Excuse you. Okay, first that is going to be 6 damage.
Okay.
And just kind of after I hit her, does she look? Because I remember I hit her last time. Does she look like she healed up from the last time, or does she still look like
you guys have short rests, and they have short rested as well.
Okay. If only. I'm going to. I guess I'll just punch again. Yeah, I'm just gonna punch her again.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my reroll for that.
All right.
Cause nat 20 on my reroll. Yay!
Look at that.
Worth it.
Another crit on this lady. Sorry,
Thanks,
lady.
Jack.
Amazing.
Go for it.
So, okay. 6 damage on the first one, and that 7 damage on the second.
Okay.
Oh gosh, can't math.
All right. Perfect.
Good job,
Um,
Winnie.
Nice
And
punch.
I'm looking for her to stab me.
All right. You all set?
Bye.
Everything else? Anything else? You good?
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Finley sees this commotion go, and he is going to hustle around the back end of the dwarf and like get behind the building here.
Of course he is.
Take some cover.
Yeah.
Smart.
And now it's the female dwarf's turn. She's got you in front of her. Winnie?
Time to get stabbed.
First attack is going to be a 20 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. For 8 slashing damage.
Yonks. Okay.
Second attack is going to be a 24 to hit.
Yep.
For another 8 slashing damage.
Ouch.
And she just
Okay.
is like,
All right,
glad
well.
you're back. Not gonna finish you.
I'm not like, ugh.
Eleanor, it's your turn.
Okay. Yeah, she'll move forward just a tiny bit, like maybe like 1 square or 2.
Thank you.
Yeah, like there. And she'll just say, Finley, I want negotiations without these two. And then I will do Mind Spike on the we'll do the dwarf that Winnie
Okay.
is facing.
Another wisdom.
She has to make I think it's a wisdom save. Let me check again.
Is this first level
Yes.
or second level?
It's second level.
All right. You feel a big spike of magical or mishap energy happen at that point.
Okay.
Let me roll for mishap potential. No mishap, but you do hear the machine take a pretty big snap sound in the
Okay.
device. No mishap. Wisdom save?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. That's an 18.
Okay, so she'll take half.
Okay.
It's psychic damage.
Okay.
Rachel's favorite.
Oh, jeez,
She
I rolled
loves the psychic
so
damage.
low.
Just use
Yeah,
a sorcerer
7.
point, it's fine.
I know, I missed that so much. I
that was
missed
so nice.
that.
That was amazing.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that's a 7.
And I half it to 3.
It's pathetic. This Mind Spike has never worked out for me.
I'm
Aw.
sorry.
Such a
It's like
great
it's such a
spell,
cool
though.
spell too.
It is a cool spell. It's sad.
Let me lower the mishap level a little bit. Alright.
It's like it worked out really well once in Beacons, maybe not. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I
Shark
don't
says
think
use
we've
action
ever
surge.
had
Come on,
this.
Eleanor.
Yeah,
Let's
what are
go.
you doing?
Yeah, my bad.
Just do it.
Alright, anything else on your turn?
No.
Alright. We get to round number 2. And that means Euphemia, you're up.
Do I have enough movement to get to the left side of Winnie?
You have 30 feet.
Yeah.
15, 20, 25, 30. We'll get you there.
Okay, perfect. All right. I'm gonna do bonus action healing word at first level on her.
On Winnie? Okay.
Yeah.
Another big spike of mishap energy as you do that.
Yeah.
You are still within range of the device, so let me roll for that as well. No mishap.
Ooh, 7.
7 back
Thank
to Winnie.
Yep. And then I am going to use my action to attack this dwarf with my shillelagh staff.
Go for it.
She's mean. 16 plus 6, 22.
That
to hit.
hits.
8 total.
Nice. Okay. Cool.
And I'll just stay there.
Sounds good. Yeah, that means you're up.
All right. Dav will look at him and be like, wish that had worked. And then just supercharge up his gauntlet with Booming Blade and just Haymaker to go with it with his Thunder Gauntlet.
All right, let me see if there's a mishap with Booming Blade. No, but you hear another
Arrow.
major crack as your device, Rachel, is beginning to it's like splintering apart now. You see like a piece go flying out. No mishap though.
That was a natural 20 though on the dice.
Yeah.
Very
Hit.
nice.
Nice job.
That's gonna be 10 plus 3, so 13 points of thunder.
Nice.
As he right against the jaw, and then he's gonna kind of do like one of those like Muhammad Ali like does the leg movement thing, and then he's gonna back up. I think I'll just back up like 15 feet and just kind of give him like a. Actually, no, I'll do the. I don't know what would happen. I'll do the full 40. I'm gonna see what happens. I'm gonna go the full 40, and he's just gonna kind of do one of these.
Okay.
Dang, that's a long. That's really far away.
I'm just running off the map.
Bye.
Bye, guys,
I don't
you
wanna
got
fight
this.
you.
See you later.
We said we were running, right?
Right?
All right.
Wait,
So-
what damage did you roll? I didn't hear that.
Yeah, you got rolled.
A
You
lot.
rolled 13 damage.
13.
Oh, nice, nice.
Solid.
Is that it?
Yep.
All right. He like watches you walk off, and then he just turns and goes towards Eleonora.
Yeah, I figured.
Oh,
So
shoot.
he takes the thunder damage.
That still works just fine.
There's 7 more points of thunder.
Would that be
Ooh.
doubled too because of the nat 20?
No, it's a different thing.
Happens after.
Oh.
And he has disadvantage against Eleonora.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Sweet.
First swing against you with disadvantage is a 22 to hit.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
You take 10 points of slashing damage on that one.
boy.
Yeah, that backfired. I went too far. I went too far.
Second attack. Are they both at disadvantage or just the next attack?
Oof. Sorry. It's been a while. A creature has disadvantage on attack rolls against targets other than you until the start of your next turn. So all of them.
Okay. Disadvantage. That is going to be a 13 to hit.
It's still, yeah.
No.
I think I got a mishap where my AC is 11 with mage armor, so normally it's 12, but it's 11 today.
Take 7 more slashing damage on that one.
Okay.
I'm on my way back.
I'm sorry. He's like looping around the street. Like,
With that, it's Winnie's turn.
I would like to punch the lady. Well, first of all, how's the lady looking? Is she still looking really good?
she's
I'm trying
fine.
to figure if she's a.
She's fine.
Oh, okay. I'm going to punch the lady. So first attack. That is going to be a dirty 20, if I remember. Yes, dirty
That
20.
hits.
Okay. And that is going to be damage on that.
Say 8.
And then, yes.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use one of my key points and do a flurry of blows, please.
All right, go for it.
And on one of them, I would like to use Hand of Harm.
Well, you got hit first, but yeah, go for
Alright.
it.
Yes. Okay. So first one. Oh, that's going to be a 17 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, okay, that's good. So I'll use it on the first one. So that's a 6 regular damage, and then I guess, wait, I'm sorry. Hold on, let me look at my thing. I forgot. And then 4 necrotic damage.
Okay.
And then the second one is 17 on the dice. I'm assuming that hits.
Yep.
And then that is going to be another 6 damage.
All right. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
All right. It's Finley's turn. Okay. He kind of disappears into the shadows, and he's sort of not visible to you guys.
Do the dwarves seem to notice that too?
Nope. They don't seem to notice.
Okay.
They look like they're very focused on you guys. But Finley, who knows where he went?
Okay.
Okay.
So Euphemia wouldn't have a chance to see him?
She can look for him on her turn if she'd like.
Oh, okay.
But female dwarf's turn. She's gonna target you, Winnie.
Yeah, figured.
First attack is a 21 to hit.
Yeah.
For 9 slashing damage.
Ouch.
Second attack. Oh, that was on 20 and it fell off of it. You're so lucky.
Okay.
It's still 17 to hit though.
Yes, it still hits.
That's for 6 slashing damage.
Okay. Ouch.
And you watch as bonus action, she reaches in her pocket and pulls out a potion and chugs it down.
Annoying. Okay.
Shatters the glass to the ground. Let's go.
Hardcore.
Okay. That is her turn. Eleanor, you're up.
Okay. I will cast Armor of Agathis on myself.
Okay. So that's at second level,
So I
right?
get. Yes.
All right, let me roll for a mishap. You get a mishap.
Okay.
Raining this thing.
And your spell does work.
That's good.
See what your mishap is.
It's a really cool Iron Man blast out of her chest.
That'd be nice.
Whoa.
Okay. So you cast this as like ice begins to coat you, and there's a nice little like glint of pink that's on the edges of your armor.
Fancy.
Glint of
Ooh.
pink.
Yep.
Do I know what that
Uh-oh.
means?
Nope.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. But that's what the armor looks like with the like ice stuff.
Should be. That's what I think it is. It's cold
Okay.
damage, right?
Cool. Yes, it is. You're right.
So
Stay.
Okay, that's perfect.
Like Bardic blue dice color.
Wow.
anything else you want to do?
Yeah. Okay.
And let me lower the mishap level down to the accordion thing because there was a mishap. For a time.
I don't think I'll do anything else for now.
Okay, sounds good. Top of the round we go. Round 3. Euphemia, you're up.
If I'm gonna look to see where Finley went, is that an action or a bonus action?
I'll let you use your passive for nothing. If you want to use your action, you can roll.
I'll use my passive, please.
Okay, you take a quick glance. You don't see him.
Okay. Oh boy. I'm gonna do second level cure wounds on Winnie.
Okay. You roll mishap chance.
Such intense music.
Rachel, you watch as the mishap device just the thing is gone.
Oh, the disc.
The disc
Okay.
is shattered.
Sounds good.
Your device powers
Wheel?
down, but
Sounds
it prevents a mishap from happening.
Yep.
Hey.
3-4 straight mishaps there.
Woo!
We have, I think, 3 other discs left. So, but I don't know if I can reload it for the combat. We'll see.
Okay, 13 back to you, Winnie.
Thank you.
And then I'm going to also use, as my bonus action, I'm going to spend Fey Dice for Eleonora.
Thanks.
That is a, 6 plus 1 temp.
Wow.
Old max.
There you
There
go.
you go.
Thank you.
Perfect.
And then I'm gonna say I will just shout out. I can't see him.
Okay.
Now everyone knows.
Yep,
Okay.
including the dwarves.
Yeah.
All right. Dav, you're up.
In Bardic Blue fashion, as he's kind of running over here and skidding and then heading back. He's gonna come back and then take his full 40 feet and just kind of Superman punch him
Nice.
on the other side once he catches up. So I'll get advantage. This is not Booming Blade, just normal. So 21, right? Yeah, 21.
That hits.
Oh, nice. 10 points on this one.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll probably just stay there because he forgot how low Eleanor's AC is.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, I'm back. My bad.
It's quite all right.
Lower this down. Okay.
Just trying something different this time.
All right. Back to his turn then. So he turns back to you, Dav. Welcome back. And he's gonna go
Hello,
for his
buddy.
attacks on you.
Hi, buddy.
Your best friend.
He will also pull out a potion real quick and drink that.
Got a spell. Okay.
I know.
And
Knock
then-
down his hand.
He will shift 5 feet over, and then he's gonna attack you.
Interesting.
He's onto the flank.
He doesn't like getting flanked, but that is a 20 to hit.
Yeah.
A shield.
Okay. Let me roll for that. No mishap device. You get a mishap, and your spell works though. But you have a mishap.
I keep on forgetting it can't work. Like there's chances that the shield doesn't work.
Yep.
That's rough.
Yep.
I know.
Let me see what you
Did you
got.
say we still burn the spell slot if it doesn't work, or it just doesn't go?
It
and we keep the
burns.
spell slot?
Spell
Yeah,
slot
it
goes and
burns.
everything.
It's just the risk.
Dav. Actually, Eleanor, you watch as Dav just disappears from sight.
Okay.
You gonna hit me?
Is he invisible?
You hear him say, "You gonna hit me." It sounds like he's
Oh,
invisible.
okay, perfect. Great.
Even better.
He's banished.
I know, that's what I thought.
The
Oh my
dwarf
Do we run away then? I don't know how this works.
swings kind of blindly and will miss.
But
So,
That's awesome.
and he just is kind of like looking
worked out
around,
well.
What happened, man? Come on.
and
That's the best you could do?
with that, he starts moving.
Do I get an opportunity attack?
Yep.
I guess
Actually,
I
no,
do
you
too.
shield. You don't get it. So,
Oh, I don't, right? Because of shield, yeah.
Oh,
Rachel should though.
Rachel, you can make a melee attack.
sounds good. I have like, what do I even have? I mean, like, I've never used a
A
weapon
dagger or
yet in this.
something.
I have a dagger. I have a little.
Hey!
You're great.
It's my protection dagger. I
There
don't
you
need to use it very
Every
much,
lady
but we'll
needs
try it out.
her-
Every lady needs a protection dagger.
He probably would
It's a
go
12 though, so I don't believe that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So did you get to hit?
12.
No, you miss. So he's
Like
behind the
literally,
building.
like my bonus for weapons is a +2. Like it's
Hey!
so
You
bad.
rapscallion.
No, my heart wasn't in it anyway.
As he runs
I'm
that
actually
way,
impressed you swiped.
he is yelling towards the building and towards the alleyway. The pack calls for aid. Just yelling that out.
Oh crap.
That's fun.
Front row.
So,
Oh, okay.
Winifred, it's your turn.
I'm gonna punch this lady again.
Okay, go for it.
After her potion, how's she looking? Is she looking pretty normal and pretty fine?
She's still looking fine.
Going to punch her. That is a 22 to hit.
That hits.
Yeah, and then 8 damage for the first one.
Okay.
And I'm going to do Flurry of Blows, but instead I'm going to do Hand of Healing for my other one, just to get my boosted up, considering what could go down. So,
All right.
first hit is a 21 to hit, and that is going to be 7 damage.
Okay.
And then my one where I'm going to heal is 17 on the dice, so I'm assuming it hits. And then for healing, that is going to be 7 back. Oh, not 7. I'm sorry. 4 to me.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
So yeah.
That's my turn.
Okay. Sounds good.
I'm sorry. When I do the punch, the hand of healing, I'm rolling to hit her, but I don't. She doesn't take any damage, right? It's just healing.
I
to
think
me.
you
Yeah.
instead of doing a punch, you heal yourself with that rather than
Yes.
that.
Okay. That's what I thought. Okay.
So you go
Do I have to
punch,
roll for
punch,
that?
ding.
No,
Like, do it.
you don't need to
Sorry,
hit her. You're not
mechanical,
punching her. You're not damaging her. You're just doing a
Okay,
healing
so
instead
I-
for one of your.
Okay. So I wouldn't have to
attacks.
roll the d20 then. I just
No.
roll by d4.
You just
Okay,
heal
sorry,
yourself. Yep.
I don't know why I thought I had to. Okay.
She
thank
she looks very upset, and she's going to turn and kind of yell the other direction. The pack calls for aid, and just yelling that down towards the docks more. As she swings at you.
Okay.
First attack, 20 to hit.
Yeah. Hit.
That's going to be 11 damage to you.
Ouch. She's mad.
Second attack is going to be an 18 to hit
That does hit, unfortunately.
for 9 more damage to you.
Oof, I'm rough. Okay.
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 And she's going to take at least one step towards that building over there. There's the end of the building.
Do I get an opportunity attack or no?
She didn't
I
leave
guess
your
she's
range.
not out of range
So,
again. Okay, sorry.
Eleonora, it's your turn.
Okay. If they're starting to yell out, does it look like there's any reactions happening?
You gonna take a look around?
I think for the moment I will I'd actually like to go. Well, first of all, is the guy very injured or did he heal up?
He
I
took a
mean,
potion.
he's somewhat injured, but he's still looking like he's got fight in him.
Yeah, okay. I think I'll go over to. I want to like move to where I can see where Finley was, like move towards that alley part a little more. Yeah, but far away like that. Do I see him?
Roll me a perception roll. This will be your action if you
Okay.
want to roll for it. So
Yeah.
okay.
I'm gonna use my reroll.
Okay.
19.
You do not see him.
Okay. So, but I'll just kind of like say to the others, I'll just say, we might need to get ready. I'm sure they know what I mean. But I don't want to necessarily say flee for your lives either.
All right. Is that it? That's all?
And yeah, I guess just like I'll keep my eyes like on where Finley disappeared to, if he might like reappear,
Okay.
you know, or like pop his head out.
Sure.
But I don't have bonus actions or anything, so if I do use my action to do that, then that's all I'm doing.
Okay. Then we go to the top of the round, round 4. Euphemia, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna say I agree loud enough for everyone to hear. And then I'm going to I'm gonna hit this dwarf with my shillelagh, or try to,
Go for it.
since she's right there. 15?
That misses.
Okay. I'm gonna also bonus action Fey Pool.
You have your
Oh,
bless too
okay.
if you wanted to use it. Just like reminding you. But you don't have to. I just tried reminding you.
Oh, actually, I will use that. Let me see if it helps.
Okay.
A 16.
That misses.
Aw.
Well, thanks, Rachel. No, I'm just kidding.
Love fails. You know, I'm just kidding.
And then I rolled max again, so a 6 plus 1 temp to you, Winnie.
All right.
Thank you. Appreciate
Nice.
it.
And I might even just like reach out for your arm in case you didn't hear Winnie.
Yeah, I'll look and be like,
Okay. Davril, you're up.
As he's hearing them and expecting company, doing a quick glance between the female dwarf and the male dwarf, does one look more hurt than the other?
Hard to tell at a glance.
Yeah, we need to track him down before he gets lost. And he'll take out his diamond, spinning it in his hand, and then kind of charge it up with lightning, and then blast a 2nd level chromatic orb at the female dwarf for lightning.
All right. Let me roll for your attack. You said 2nd level?
Yep.
Okay. Mishap
Determined to use chromatic orb
chance.
more this
Yeah.
time than Renan ever did.
Mishap happens. Spell works though.
Hey.
Wow. Another natural 20. I don't think I ever got this with Renan. Well, I think once.
Okay, roll damage.
That's a lot in that
It's
20.
going to be a lot of d8s is what it is. 6. What is that? 10, 18. So that's the first 4. 6. 7. It's 25. 28 points of lightning.
Very nice. She gets hit. Just
28.
she looks like that hurt her a lot, but she's just up.
Dang. And then I'll take the 40 feet to get right in front of Eleonora as well.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'll use the 40 feet to get right next to Winnie, right up on the female door.
Okay. Sounds good.
That lightning
Another
flips the bench.
The male dwarf disappears from sight.
Yeah.
And Winnie, it's your turn.
is what this lady's barely hanging on, you said?
Yeah, she's barely hanging out at this point.
Okay. I'm gonna punch her just to kind of get her out.
Okay.
If I can. And that is an 18 on the die, so I'm assuming that hits.
That is.
And that's gonna be oh my god, 7 damage.
Okay. She goes unconscious, or you can kill her. Your choice.
No, I don't want to kill her.
Okay, knock her out.
And okay, and I'm gonna look at you guys and be like, we need to get out of here. But also, wait, can we see Dav, or did lightning
Right
just
next to
come
you.
out of nowhere?
No, you can't see him.
Oh,
Still
that's
in-
right.
Oh, yeah, he's invisible.
Wait, me
So I-
casting that didn't have it come out?
No.
That's
He has great invisibility. That's what I had in our first combat.
I remember that,
Right.
and it was
Yeah.
so helpful.
It was
Oh,
great.
man.
So I guess I'm gonna be like looking around, like where'd the lightning come from? What's going on?
me, right? That was me.
I didn't even know you were next to me. Dad, are you invisible?
I'm invisible.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine. We gotta find Finn.
Wait, should we search her? Do we need? I don't know. What if she has something on her? Do we want to?
Sure, I'll do that. You guys find him because I can't see anything.
Okay.
Start.
Okay. I'm gonna start looking around for Finley.
Are we out of combat or are we still in turn order?
that's true.
Oh.
Alright.
I saved you out. I'm sorry.
you guys start to see people from the docks, and like people are looking like through the windows at you guys. Currently, no one is approaching.
Okay.
Okay. Can I look around, I guess, like, look around for Finley and then kind of, like, quickly.
Are we in turn order or not, Mark?
We are out of combat.
Oh,
Let
sorry.
me switch back over.
Okay. That's why I was quiet, because I wasn't sure if...
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Right,
I
me
didn't
too.
know.
You're good.
I was assuming and I realized that I was confused.
Let me update the screen because stuff has been used.
I want to just, like, if Finn is, like, hiding here, I'm gonna, like, go in the alley, like, very quickly and be like, Finley, we need to go and talk now if you want to hear my offer. 10,000 or more. If you hate the offer, then you can pretend we kidnapped you, but you have to come with us now.
You don't hear any response.
Okay, so you might have booked it. So I guess I'll just turn to the others and be like, we should probably go now.
Yep. Time.
Yeah. Okay.
And maybe
I
we can
would-
go down the alley to see if we can see him at all.
I was
but-
gonna run. I was gonna run in the direction we last saw him go.
Dev, as you're standing there, invisible, you begin like almost like hearing conversations of like, do we do something? Like the pack? There's like like people further away. You can kind of hear these conversations a little further out.
Like in my mind, or just like I hear them?
You hear them, like audibly hear
Oh,
them in your ear.
okay. For some reason, I thought you said it was like part of like what was happening to him. Yeah, I'll take a moment just to see if there's anything on her, and then yeah, they're we really should get moving, guys.
Give me an investigation roll.
Ooh, 24. Golly,
Whoa.
rolling really good tonight.
You dig around. You find around her neck there is a wolf's head pendant.
Cool.
Rachel,
are you holding on to loot party stuff
I can.
if you want to? No.
Sure, I mean, I can take it if you want me to take it.
Yeah, he's just like handing.
Sure.
I wasn't waiting for Dav. I was running down the alley, so I don't know
Yeah.
if you
You're
were
gone?
also
Okay. You
Eleanor
take off?
or
He
yeah.
can-
I mean, I was
Yeah, he's
gonna try to get Winnie to come with me and not stay.
yeah, he's telling him that he can catch up.
Yeah.
So just go.
You also find 65 gold in their pocket.
Hey.
Are you holding on to that, or do you want me to take that rate?
Sure, I can hold on to
Okay.
that.
And on them they have a long sword. They're wearing some splint armor. And they have a short sword and a crossbow on them as well.
I'm guessing I'll leave the weapons there because that would probably take too much time and effort to do anything with.
If you want to take it off,
That's
that would
not
take
Baldur's
some
Gate
time, but-
levels. It's not Baldur's Gate where we can just do it as free action. To just
Yeah, it's like
loot
2
everything.
seconds.
Not exactly. Oh, you get a. Let's see who gets the blessing too. It is Ashley again.
Hey, I used mine, so now I
Yeah.
have another one.
did,
Thank
yeah.
you.
It's good.
Dav, once he's done, or when I get a chance at least, is gonna bamf out Micum on the roof and then start running after them, and then have Micum go up about 100 feet over to try and see if he can, still within range, but trying to get any sight on Finley or anything like that.
Are you looking through the eyes? Because running with that would not really work.
I keep on forgetting that. Can I tell him to call at me if he sees anything? I don't know. I keep on forgetting that like you can't intellectually tell him to do stuff. I would catch up with them before I'd
Okay.
switch eyes.
So you guys are running down. You can give me perception
Mhm.
rolls if you'd like, as you are looking around.
Cool.
Yes, please.
16.
Okay.
Also, you don't have music on right now.
I thought I did.
Oh.
Let me turn that back
Which one
on.
is this one?
Is it this one?
I got a 19.
I rolled very low, so I didn't see anything.
Okay.
My bless is not going to help this one.
Okay. None of you guys are seeing Finley, and Dav eventually kind of makes his way, catching up to you. I guess it'd probably be Eleanor and Dav come together because he was giving you stuff, but
Invisible still?
no, he's visible now at this point. Last a
Okay.
minute.
Okay.
1 minute.
It's just like
So-
you feel somebody stick something in your pocket.
I still
I
can't
do.
smell,
I
though.
think I would try though, like a couple times, like a couple alleyways, just being like,
Yeah,
trying to
I
see if
would.
I can like call him and be like,
You're just yelling?
like, not. I don't know if I'm yelling, but
Calling out softly.
calling out,
Okay.
like
Whisper
if I'm
yelling.
going to certain streets. Yeah.
Yeah.
If
yeah.
she's stopping to do that, I'll take that action to look while she's doing that.
Okay. You can also roll a perception, Dav.
Am I able to or no? Just one of us.
You already rolled your perception.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, that's right.
And what
I
is
thought
it?
we
I'm
were-
using my perception or I'm using its perception? I can't remember.
You're looking through the
Like, if
eyes
you're
of
looking through its eyes.
Micah.
Yeah.
It'd be the owl's perception.
Okay. I thought last time we said it was still my eye, like my perception.
Yeah, you did say
through
it was his
Oh, yeah,
eyes,
it is
but
you,
it
it
wasn't
is
a
you, so yeah.
disadvantage.
So I will not let you roll disadvantage. That's what it is. Because your eyes are looking through.
That's
It's your
okay.
wisdom, but you're using
Okay.
both eyes, so you can just roll straight roll with yours.
Gotcha.
That's the benefit of it.
13.
You also do not see him.
Pretty good. Wait, so is it with advantage though because it's keen hearing, or no?
Nope, it's because it's
mine?
yours. It's your thing, but yeah, because you don't get its stats, you get your stats, but you get the second eye, which makes it not disadvantage.
Do you think he went back to his house?
No, I think he went wherever they're hiding.
Well, I guess we don't know that. He may have gone back to find his guardians if he's afraid of them. There are many options,
True.
but if we can't find him, if we lost him, then, and we've made some enemies of this pack, we probably need to.
Group the sewers.
It's either that or we do go back to his house or something, but
Is his house on the way?
More hidden the
I
better.
don't- is it the other way?
His house is not really the same direction. Like there's a slight part where you go the same, and there's a split where you'll go different ways.
Oh. Okay.
Here's what I'm thinking though. If word spreads, we need to move quickly. We need to choose direction right now. So if we want to go to the sewers, we need to go now before
I
word
think that's our
spreads.
next step.
I think
If we want to
sewers
try and
sounds-
find Finley, we can do that as well, but we just need to be quick.
I think sewer. I don't know. I don't feel like you go back to his
I don't
house
know
if
how
it's
wise it
obvious.
is to poke around up here now that we've been singled
Yeah,
out.
8 enemies.
So
Yeah, I
What do you-
agree.
What are
To
your
be
thoughts,
fair,
Val?
people were questioning whether to come to help, not running to help. So we might
I'm
have
sure
a
they're
little time.
scared. Yes. I think we don't need to go like immediately, but we need to go probably within the hour, I would guess. Because if people are letting others down into the sewers, they may get word that they won't let us down anymore.
It would be
That's
nice
true.
to
We should go.
try and track down Finley, so this isn't a moot point.
yeah. Other than his house, where else do you think he would have gone?
Can we see any tracks or anything that
I was wondering
would
that
indicate?
too. I didn't think so on the stone.
Yeah.
I don't have any spells that would help with this either, so I don't know. And wasn't like his house like a 20-minute walk or something, or was it not
It's about that.
long?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm almost wondering if he went to the sewers.
That's what my thought is.
If
I
we think
he might have.
Bradford is hiding down there potentially.
Still a big if, but yeah. We don't have any other.
There's really no, where else are we gonna look?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, maybe we can not. We can just play it a little cool. No one else really saw us. Let's make our way to the sewers and still keep an eye out for him.
Yes, I
Unless
just
we
yeah,
want to
Mark-
rush.
I
When
think
we were leaving. I'm sorry.
no, you were asking a question.
When we were leaving, was there like a crowd gathering, or was it like people kind of just noticing and looking? Like, what was the vibe? I guess was it like a lot of people watching, or was it just a few people kind of looking around?
There
Like,
were
what was
people
the...
who were definitely watching. They were all kind of staying
Okay.
back from the fight, but
Yeah.
but then
Okay.
you ran off, so you don't really know what happened after.
Yeah, it was a
Oh.
lot of people that saw us. That's kind of why it's like we should
That's the
probably.
problem.
You definitely have been
Yeah.
seen. Like there were people in the
Mhm.
tavern looking out the windows
Yeah.
at you guys. There were people on
Yep.
the docks who saw you.
Okay. Yeah.
So
really-
I would say sewers then, and
I think so.
Yeah.
we'll just try to see what we can find, and if not, I don't know what to do then.
Yeah. I say let's go. I think the quicker we go underground, the better, with people knowing.
I
Or
hate
more
that this
peop-
is a moot point too, Davril, but I just am not sure how else we could track
No,
him.
I'm right with you.
Right, then we should probably go now.
You start to head towards the sewers again.
Back to the sewers.
Back to the sewers.
Where we
While we're
belong.
walking, I wanted to ask Eleonora what Finley said because
Yeah.
we
Oh yes,
didn't really
well-
hear that conversation.
I think because we ran away, he doubted that we were powerful, and so he wanted to know who I was working for, and he wanted to
Mhm.
know. He wanted gold up front, and so I tried to bargain a bit, but he still wanted a sum to show that I was serious, and then he'd try and ditch the dwarves if he saw it. But again, the money we had, it wouldn't have shown we were serious,
I don't
and then
think
we would have
so.
just lost money. So
I honestly don't know what kind of headway we would have made with him with that attitude. It sounds like he was just goading you into showing up.
yes, if I had seen him in person, I might have been able to convince him, but through a message spell, while I'm hiding away from the dwarves, it was not necessarily the most. I had hoped his want for coin would convince him, but it didn't. We're saying this while we're walking, by the way, Mark.
Yes. Yeah,
Like-
that's
I'm
what I
also gonna
said.
add. I'm gonna bamf Micah back in so we're not tracked by the owl.
Good idea.
I don't know how much he thinks he needs help with this. Like, at least from what you've interacted with, what it sounds like to me is that he's enjoying it too much. I don't know that there's really a chance to reason with him anyway.
Yeah.
Someone on the bottom, then now it's on top.
Yeah,
You're enjoying it.
like,
Which
I don't really know.
Yes, and I definitely did get that sense, but I thought his greed might get the best of
Yeah.
him. But
It was
unfortunately
worth-
not.
It was worth it, but we don't have enough resources to fuel his greed.
Yes.
Unless he was
all
only
possible.
feeling that because he was being protected by the pack. Without the pack
Potentially.
there, he loses that card. If we can track him down, we still might be able to press him, but
I just
It's
Yeah.
not
I don't know how-
impossible. It just doesn't seem super likely.
it just might be a long
we-
night.
I'm
Yeah.
fully expecting it. I mean, we could check back at his house, but then by the time we
Yeah.
go there, that's 40 minutes.
I think it's too
so-
obvious. Yeah. They seem
I
like
don't
they
know.
abandoned their houses anyway.
Mhm.
I can't go another round like that.
Yeah. I think the quicker we get underground, maybe the better. To just kind of,
I
be
think we
away
just need to
from.
be careful down there too, because there are other
We
Yeah.
need to be
things.
really careful. That's what I'm saying. I can't go another.
I expended a lot as well to try and get through that as quick as we could.
Yeah. Same. Don't have a lot in me.
But
All
yeah,
right. So you make your way back towards the direction of the sewers. Dev, roll me a perception check with advantage, please.
Okay. Oh, okay, that's cocked. Yeah, okay, let me reroll it. They were like up on each other and it was like doing one of those like right on the sides.
Go for it.
And I'm using my stats, yeah.
Yes, your stats.
16.
16. Okay. As you're walking, you kind of hear down an alley, yikes, and just, that's all you hear.
Hear what?
You hear something say, yikes, and down an alleyway as you walk past it.
What?
You guys hear that? Someone, I'll grab either Euphemia's or Eleanor's and I'll point.
No. What?
What?
So what?
No one else heard it.
I'll immediately look where he's pointing.
Yeah, I'll look where he's pointing and like.
Roll perception check.
I'll start walking down the alley and be like, Finley, is that you?
8.
8.
Ah!
16.
What's happening right now?
Can I add my bless to this?
If you'd like to.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Ooh, 20.
20. Okay. So you kind of like look around, Eleanor and Winnie, you're just kind of like, what? Ashley, or Euphemia, you kind of like watch as you see what looks like a cat scurrying away from you guys.
Do you point like?
I'm gonna say it's a cat. I'm gonna take off after.
Okay.
I'll follow, I guess.
The cat is running from you.
Okay.
I'll run too.
I'm just gonna call out really quietly, like, "Hey, we're not gonna hurt you." As I walk after it.
How far away did it get?
It's running, yeah. Like it's running away from you guys.
So if I dash at 80 feet, can I catch up to it?
Let me double check a cat's
You
speed.
should be able to. You might be neck and neck with
Yeah.
it.
I mean, you can like book it towards it, yeah. And it's
Yeah.
trying to run away, but
Is it within 30 feet?
Yeah.
Tasha's hideous laughter on it.
okay.
I just thought we were gonna.
Okay.
Not gonna
It's not gonna help.
Let me double check that spell.
Hey, why did the air genasi hate the wizard? Because the wizard kept pulling tricks out of thin air.
Do you have like a list of jokes or you're just
Yeah,
like
no, I
making these
totally
up?
I wish I
Incredible.
could make these up.
Okay. Sure. Let me roll for your mishap first, Chance. No mishap.
Hey.
Wisdom save. Okay, of course. I rolled a 20. So, of course.
I'm gonna. Yeah. Oh gosh, it's so far up. If I.
Of course, I rolled a 20.
What?
If I guess I'll like say, I shout to you and be like, does it want some rations or something? Like, does it want some meat or something like that?
It said
I don't know.
yikes.
And it just like
Good
starts
It
booking
did.
off down another alley, trying to get away from you guys.
Shoot. I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals on myself at first level.
Okay, another spell.
Yeah.
I think it'd speak if it's saying yikes.
No
Right. I
mishap.
know, but I don't know if it can hear us.
No mishap.
And then I'm gonna try and like see which way it went and meet it, maybe.
Okay. It is
I feel like Dad
outpacing
can probably
you
keep
currently,
up with it.
but
Yeah.
I think Dav's the only person who can keep up with it at this point.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep running. I was gonna try and like, if it's been running, I might try and like go up the side, you know, like another street.
Okay. Roll me
An
a
angle
survival
over?
check.
Okay.
When I get to my next chance, I'll use my last spell slot. Expeditious Retreat, so I can bonus action dash to get and try and, if I see her cutting her off, I'm gonna try and push it in between us or something like that.
Okay.
14.
14. Okay. So you start going that way, it begins to like start jumping up some crates, like it's moving up towards a rooftop.
If I see it, I'm yelling out like, "Hey, stop! I don't want to hurt you."
You could roll an animal actually persuasion with disadvantage on this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
With disadvantage?
Yes.
All right. Oh no, that's really low. 5.
Yeah, it's still booking away from you guys. It's heading up towards the roof. Dad, what are you doing? At this point, you've lost Eleonora. She's long behind you guys.
Oh my
Well, I
God.
was following, but I just don't know if I'm fast enough.
Yeah,
Is
you're
that
not
what you
keeping up.
mean?
Like, they're losing you. They're getting distance on you.
Okay.
Am I able to keep up or no? I didn't know if I
What's
was
your
open.
speed?
You're
40.
plus.
Yeah, I think your and I's are the same, aren't they?
Yeah.
If it's 40, yeah,
Sorry.
you're relatively keeping up as well, but
Can I start climbing the building the cat is or no?
you can roll athletics. This is
Yeah,
the
I'm
craziest
not that
chase
bad.
scene we've ever had, guys.
I never had
So
that.
random.
I think he's the druid.
19.
Yeah, you start following up after it, but it's
Like, why did he
on the
say
rooftop now,
something?
running off. So,
Can I
Only
like
lead
yell
we
the-
have.
Wait,
are you going up,
we heard
Dad?
you
Or
say
are you
yikes.
on the ground?
Is there a chance to go up with him?
You can
Have
try to start
acrobatics and
climbing
stuff.
the crates with athletics.
Athletics.
Can I
Yep.
try and talk to it or no?
Sure, you can say whatever you want.
Can I try and persuade it and just say I don't have a great persuade, but be like, wait, we're not gonna. We just want to talk. We heard you say yikes. We just want to talk.
Okay. Does
And see
not
if
stop
that-
for you.
I'm gonna shoot Ray of Frost at it to try and slow it down so she can catch up.
Okay. Roll. Is that a roll to hit?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll your attack.
18.
That hits. Roll your damage.
This doesn't kill a
no.
cat. I'm sorry,
Well,
guys.
if you think it's somebody,
8. And
Okay.
it has minus 10 feet
Okay.
movement.
You hit it, and it falls to the ground and starts sliding off the roof and flop to the ground.
oh boy,
Can I go check on it and make sure
is it
it's
alive?
You drop down. It is a dead cat.
Oh my god! No.
Well, sorry, guys.
What? I'm gonna look at Dad.
I'm so sorry. I thought it was Finley.
If I look at it closer, does it look just like a normal cat?
Yeah.
There's not like any kind of weird fey markings
Yeah,
on it or
it is
It
a
anything.
was one of the
normal cat.
mishaps that I could hear cats.
It's a normal cat. Thank you so much for the raid,
Yeah.
everybody, as our players just
Oh, no.
killed the cat. So, thank
The
you.
string coming in.
Hey, lucky you. You find 9
Shot.
gold like scattered around
I'll
a
add
crate. But thank you so much for the raid. Oh my gosh. Good first impression, guys,
I'm
for
so
the raiders.
sad.
Right?
Are they supposed
Oh,
to vamp
no.
into a person?
If it's a person, how
It
did
said yikes.
Tell me when I catch up.
Yeah, you probably will. Give me a survival check just real quick. Because they kind of went over a building with this, but
Nat 1.
okay, you're having some
Oh,
trouble
yeah.
finding exactly where they are.
I don't even know where they are.
Oh gosh.
I,
Ugh. Sorry, guys.
This
I'm a
this quest is cursed.
I'm just
What
going
is even-
to like. I'll just.
I'm holding it right now because I was
Yeah.
looking at it.
It is a dead cat.
I'm the saddest I've ever
That's
been.
my bad, guys. I'm really sorry.
Oh my god. You can just hear cat. Okay. Whatever. We should probably keep going. Where's Eleonora? We can't find her. So. Wait, let's find Eleonora before. We just need to get in the doors.
Is there like an alley back here?
You guys are like in an alley right now.
By the
It's like
south?
behind some
Yeah, okay.
structures. You're kind of alone.
I'm
I
just
vamped
gonna.
out- Oh god. Where?
Oh, I was just gonna lay it down in the alley, like you know,
Mm.
and close its eyes.
vamped
Definitely
out.
looks like she's almost gonna cry. Like she's having
Yeah,
that
I'm
was
really sad. We just cracked this helpless animal.
Yeah, guys. I mean, I thought it was maybe Finley or something. That's my bad. I take out Michael and I'm like,
Oh.
so can you talk to me?
It just kind of
Say
looks at you.
something.
Doesn't say anything. It's just looking at you.
Say blue? I don't know. Try to hoot?
It hoots at you, but
We're just hooting?
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I
This-
don't know.
the owl is not considered a beast, though. So
No,
Mm-mm.
that's fine.
Oh.
That's why I can't talk to it either.
Okay,
Sorry,
let's.
guys.
I guess I'm gonna go to find Eleonora. I'm just like, let's just go to the sewer, guys. We need to just. This is a terrible day. I'll find Eleonora wherever she
Yeah,
is.
we'll walk
Okay.
back.
as a group, you can eventually find her. She's just kind of like wandering
Yeah.
around, like
I think we. Dad
Where-
killed a cat. It's just a regular cat. He killed it by accident.
What? What?
I heard a
Yeah, why did-
cat go yikes. I guess it's a mishap. I don't know. And then
Ah,
I thought it was maybe Finley or someone in Catfemia form, and I shot it, and it
I see.
died.
All right.
And
We
I
just want to get to the sewer. Let's just go.
I take
Yeah.
Winifred's shoulders, and then I take Euphemia's shoulders, like both. Like I have like one on each. Like, I'm very sorry. I know you both love animals. It's very sad. I promise, we can cry as much as we want later.
We have to keep going now.
We have to keep
Let's
going.
go. Okay, let's go to the sewer.
I promise I won't shoot an animal without your permission.
No, it's fine. You didn't know.
There's still a
we-
situation where you might have to
I'm
someday.
just gonna be quiet. I'm just gonna
It's
fall
fine.
in line with you guys.
oof.
We're
We're
not
sorry
mad
to
at you,
anybody
I'm
who's a
just
cat lover out there
okay.
watching. We're very sorry.
We're so sorry for Michael's.
I'm waiting for all the
This
hate mail.
action.
We're gonna have a serious talk with Mike after the game.
This is our celebrity scandal
Yeah.
for Mishaps.
Yeah.
This is where Twitter. This is where Twitter catches up with us.
Twitter's gonna
Oh.
take off
We
on
need
us
the
now.
apology on the notes app. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry. We can have a
Lick
YouTube
goes,
thing.
Lick goes
Oh,
off on a review
God.
channel, and what went
Yeah.
wrong to Bardic
We'll see.
Dice.
We'll see.
Yes, we're just trying to get to the sewers and get this mission done.
Yes.
All right.
Let's do it.
A catastrophe of
Ugh.
All right.
too soon.
You guys eventually,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, killing cats and killing us with puns. Perfect. There we go.
Oh no.
Shut it off.
You guys start heading towards the sewers again.
Such a broken.
I'm just gonna say you don't run into any animals, so Dad doesn't shoot them.
Oh, thank goodness.
He's got his hands in his pocket the whole time.
You sort of come from an angle now where you approach. You see that person again. I think it's the same person who was watching it when you guys left the sewers, and just kind of sitting there and just
Okay.
kind of looks over at you.
Throw him a bag of 20 gold. Have you seen Finley?
Just looks at you. Who?
All right. Just curious.
You could describe him.
I just hand him the gold. You can take it over. He just goes to the back of the line.
He has red hair, and I like describe Finley.
Did he come through?
Roll me a persuasion check.
Okay. Do I? Because I would describe it, or do you want both of us to?
You can.
I'm in the
Can I
back
do
of the line.
advantage because of a bribe?
Sure.
Okay. 20.
20. He like picks up the gold, shakes it, looks at it, just kind of like points a finger at the manhole.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Thank you.
We would love to go down there, if you please.
Oh, Rachel, can you take 20 gold out of the 65 that we got from the door? Thank you.
Yes.
I'll get the crowbar and start moving the thing.
It's actually really good hearing confirmation. Sorry.
Yeah, I agree.
That was a good idea. Yeah. As soon as it's open, I'll go down first.
Okay. Amy begins.
I'll go
to
down
make
last
her way
and
down.
close. Yeah, close the mana cover.
Yeah, the guy will actually come over. He'll close it for you.
He'll close
Okay.
it.
What
Big thank
the
you.
And yeah, you hear it crink, into place, and you guys begin to go down. Back to the sewers. You're in that circle
Okay.
entryway with the ladder.
While we were up there and he said he did not know Finley, can Dav do a quick insight of, is he sincerely, like, maybe used a fake name and does not know Finley? Or if they just don't have any affiliation, you know what I mean? Like,
Sure, roll me an insight.
kind of curious if that might say anything. Wow, 17.
He doesn't seem like he knows who Finley is.
Good to know. Good to know. Okay.
Now he does. Maybe. Unless he's lying.
Might be using a false name, but yeah, good to know that maybe Club Drake isn't actually protecting them.
Yeah, it could just be
Or-
where they like I said, the starting point for where they
Mhm.
like indication of the sewers.
Do any
Okay.
of you know how to track someone?
Can I look and see if it looks like there's been any recent like activity in any like beyond just the path to Club Drake, I guess?
Yes, I get another blitz.
I still have not
Oh
gotten
boy.
a single blitz.
Seriously.
I will take another
It's so
blitz.
sad.
I'm sorry, Ray.
Are you sure you put my name in there?
Yeah, I just double checked it. You're in the list.
Okay.
So weird.
Just wanted to make sure.
I
That
mean,
would be
Mike
so
hasn't got one
sad
for
if
a
it's
while
like
either.
so-
Like, it's just,
I've never gotten one ever.
I know.
Though.
It's
That's
a
why I wanted to
20%
get one
chance
today.
every time it goes, so who knows?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I thought I got one today.
You did.
No.
No, you didn't get one today?
Oh, no, it's just the advantage. Yeah.
Oh my
Just
god.
kidding. Just kidding.
Did you just ask about tracking, Eleanor? Yeah, I basically said I was asking if I could tell if anyone. I wanted to see if anyone had been like I could tell any recent tracks and stuff like that. Besides just the path to Club Drake, like if there any diverging path that looked like it'd been used recently, like very recently.
I mean, you can roll me
It'd
a
be hard to
survival
tell in
check,
this
but it's
concrete.
gonna be a pretty tough check, like pretty tough roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would also try,
Yeah.
if that's okay.
Sure.
Can we
Okay,
both
well,
roll?
the dice ain't looking promising for me,
No.
so hopefully you'll be there. No, okay. Let's see. Not too bad actually. 15. Not probably
Yeah.
high enough though.
Nope.
Not on the
Yeah, no.
concrete or whatever.
There's
down
not
there.
much down here. It's
Okay.
pretty dirty. Like, there's lots of junk around. You do hear
Okay.
kind of the sounds of the music through the walls off to the right side of the map there, where Club Drake is, and the murmuring of people talking. But otherwise, it's quiet everywhere else as you're listening. You don't see any footprints that stand out to you.
Okay, I'm sorry. So we're looking at the map. We're entering, obviously, right in the middle. Oh, you can't see my screen. Right in the middle, that like middle area, right?
Yeah.
Yep,
Like,
that
yep,
circle
in the middle.
with the E. The E is the entry point. So
Okay.
Actually, we can.
We
see her.
know.
you can ping it if you
Yeah.
click and hold on it. So
We didn't do this whole area over here. We know that. So
Yeah.
Like this part with the shortcut.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
like,
could do that
and-
down there, or oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
oh, sorry. I was just saying there's like this whole like thing down there that we haven't done that could loop back up to where you were saying behind the club, Winnie.
Yeah, that's I was like also I was trying to go around the club, but we didn't go that direction either, which could be helpful. So we could
And
try
wasn't
that secret.
this part fenced off, so we had to go around to the little manhole?
There's
Yeah.
gates, but you open the gate.
We know how to open
So-
them.
Oh,
yeah.
we opened that
Yeah.
gate?
Yeah,
Okay.
like gates can be opened.
So if we want to go
Yeah.
this way, we could literally just like walk over there and it wouldn't be a big
Yeah.
Yeah, you can walk straight down
Yep,
on the
yep.
map
Let's
and
do it.
head over.
Oh,
Yep,
okay.
That was where I was gonna start, I think.
Yeah,
or
I agree.
indicate.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Davril, I suppose your familiar does not. If you left it here to look, it wouldn't do anything. To see if anyone came back up.
Only 100 feet.
I see. All right.
Plus,
Okay,
yeah.
with this whole smell thing, that could interact with some things too. So
There is somebody
Oh,
from
that's-
Club Drake who like turns their head out, and this is a Dragonborn. They just kind of like look at you as you're talking over there.
oh, we're not interested in the club. Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, they're just like staring at you.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna glance at them, and then I think I would indicate that direction, like that lower. On our
Mhm.
map, it would be the lower right.
Yeah.
Also, just to let you know, you guys know you have amateur cultists down here. Just heads up.
He's just staring at you.
And a rat problem. Okay.
So you guys are heading that way. Who's taking the lead?
Winnie, do you want to? Oh, you're muted.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I think we took the lead last
I think
time.
we can
We'll do
go
it again.
in the lead again.
I
I'll
think
pull
we
my
probably
lantern out.
Want to try to be kind of stealthy though.
Yes,
Potentially.
Yeah,
I guess.
agreed.
I agree.
Just making sure we didn't get even anything close to a short rest on the way here, right?
No.
Okay. Making sure.
All right. So with the walkways, you kind of have to walk single file because there's like a stream of water in between.
Mhm.
So when you're
Okay,
at the front,
I'll let Winnie go first since you
Yeah.
have dark vision.
okay.
I'll go last.
Yeah, I'll go. That's fine.
Roll me stealth, everybody.
Ooh.
Wow. I'm gonna use my refill.
All right.
Wow.
Some amazing thing.
7.
7.
15.
Mark,
8.
Yes.
does the reroll just one die reroll, or are you re-rolling that disadvantage?
You re-roll the roll. The normal roll. You re-roll that. And you take
Okay.
the better of the two results.
So I had a 20, then a 3, so that's a 3. And then I got a 20, then a 1, so that's a 3.
Okay. So you got a 3.
Jeez.
And what'd you get, Euphemia?
Oh, 7 total. Sorry.
7?
Uh,
Is that because your armor? Your disadvantage?
Yeah, I have disadvantage with
And
Oh,
that.
okay.
I was about to say. Okay.
You guys are echoing pretty loud in the tunnels ahead of you as you go, but roll perception.
Oh, 20. Much better.
Nice. 15.
So 20. Oh my gosh, why do I always forget my perception? 23. 23.
23? Okay. Euphemia?
Yeah, I got.
21.
Yeah, I can't smell nothing down here, guys.
Yeah, you don't smell anything. It's great. You can hear a
Lucky
lot of
for
things. So
you.
like every footstep that people are taking that's loud, just like scuffing sounds like right in your ear. It's pretty bad.
Mm.
Eleanor's shoes might be clicking.
Yes.
Click, click, click.
Deb, what'd you get?
8.
All right.
He's like just doing one of these. Like, why my ears feel weird?
Pathway kind of curves a little bit here and then sort of goes out. And there's a branching path that goes right and down.
Oh.
Okay. Maybe we could go this way, like
Is that right?
to the club.
There?
Like, yeah. Just to see what I don't know though. If people want to go down there. If we like stop and listen, is there any
I was just gonna
like-
say, yeah.
It's quiet. You
Or
don't
like-
hear anything.
Any recent like sign of someone being down here?
Not that you're noticing.
Any direction?
Not that you're noticing.
I
Yeah, I
say,
think the direction you said, Rachel, is good. I don't know.
Yeah.
This
The
way.
down or right? Right?
right.
Right.
Yeah.
So you continue down a ways. And this is a
Thank you for
long
dropping that
tunnel.
press.
And then it starts to go
Go up.
upward.
Okay.
Oh, up. I don't know. Want to try it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Continue up.
I would say so.
Goes up. And it branches. This.
Okay.
If we go to the left there, like, because we're coming up and around, like, is it, because we have some of that path, does it connect to that path, or is there anything in that area?
You try it. It's up to you.
I would say we try that. That would be my
Yeah,
first.
it's the shortest,
Okay.
I guess.
Yeah.
You take the
Well,
left
we don't know
route,
if this is.
That's true.
Oh, it is.
and
Just connect?
eventually you get to like a very familiar looking pathway that you
Okay,
guys have been to
cool.
before.
Okay. We'll turn around.
If it looks familiar, I think we'd immediately like scurry back.
Yeah.
Head up?
Probably up. Yeah.
You get to
This is the part of the game where you've been down here before, but now you're just filling out the black parts of the map.
I know, right? Yeah.
Good turned around.
yeah, it's pretty much the same as what you guys were at before. Like
Okay.
this is all looking
And if we
familiar.
take a right up there and go back,
You get
where
to
does
the
that go?
right, and there's just a solid
Oh.
grate that's there. There's not
Okay,
even
so
a
we can't go
lever
that
for
way.
this.
okay.
What about same for this one?
You head down, and there's another solid
that would
grate
be
there.
yeah. Okay.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay.
We've hit the
That's
end of
good
the
and
map.
easy.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Okay,
now
we're
we
good.
turn around and we go down. I would say.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
We would
same.
waste no time at this point. I
Yeah,
think
we are
would
just like
be
really trying to.
determined to
Okay.
find something.
Okay.
Especially since Winnie kind of mapped us out for us as much as she could. We're kind of
Try to, yeah. Hi, I do have cartography
So-
or stuff. So
Are you guys now
Yeah, I think-
moving fast, or are you moving stealthy? Which one are you going for? Because
I feel like if we realize we're making a bunch of noise, we're like, okay, we're not. This isn't working. Like,
And the direction we've already been, if we're just retracing, I don't know that we'd be stealthy for that.
But like the new direction, maybe.
But the new
Yeah.
stuff
Okay.
start
Yeah.
to
trying to be
we'd
salty.
slow
no.
down once we get there.
yeah.
okay, sounds good. So you guys continue backtracking all the way to that and start to go down. Because you are now again trying to be stealthy, I'll let you roll again for stealth checks, and I'm gonna make you roll perception checks again too. It's like a
Sure.
whole new thing. It's been
Okay.
significant time.
19 with a disadvantage.
Much-
I mean,
Wow.
Very good.
I got a dirty
Very
20. So, okay.
20. Look at this, stealth is coming through for y'all.
We're doing
11.
great.
3.
11
No,
and
nothing.
3. Okay, so
Oh no.
again, half the party's
I
pretty
keep rolling
loud.
single
so-
digits. Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Perception
it's
again, you said?
kind of giving away another perception roll from everybody.
Okay, yeah.
keep on
Okay.
stepping on Eleanor's toes from behind or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Alright.
catch
Thank
you.
you.
Sorry, everyone said it at
Or
once.
9.
Sorry.
9 for Eleanor. Winnie?
15.
Okay.
11.
11?
This perception?
Yep.
2.
Okay.
Ooh.
3, 1, 2.
So as you are walking, Winnie, you're in the lead. You walk down and you turn this corner, and there's a moment you stop, and like you look up and you're looking around, and there's like a weird distortion in the air in front of you. It's weird. It's like there's some sort of distortedness in front of you. And it kind of covers the whole of the path ahead of you.
I'll point it out to the others and be like, "Do you guys see that?
What do we see?
Like, it's like something's wrong with it. It's like something's wrong. Do you see?"
Huh. Do we see it when she points it out?
And you look ahead,
I'll
and it
point out the
looks
areas where it's
like
distorted.
almost like thick glass in front of you that has like a little bit of distortion of the other side of it.
And try and
It's like
go
a-
up to it and see if I recognize any like arcane properties of it, like if it's part of a spell or anything.
As you approach, you can give me, I'll say, investigation.
Also, chat blessing.
Oh, look at that. Let's roll.
From Yuna!
Kelly gets it.
Yay!
Kelly! She already has one, though.
Oh, that means it goes into the mishap.
Oh, I didn't use it, did I? I was saving it.
You did not.
Yeah. I should have
If-
saved
Use
it.
it or lose
Yeah,
it.
I would like to get kind of close to this thing and see if we can feel any kind of like heat or cold or vibration or anything coming off of it. I don't want to touch it yet. I
Or
just
even,
want to
like-
get close.
Or even have a rock. Can I like throw like a rock or something at it? I don't know.
Dad, what'd you get as you
Once after
are?
you.
But-
But before you throw a rock, let's just
Yeah, I'll wait.
examine it real quick. But afterwards, I like your gumption. A 23.
Okay, so you're approaching it and going up to it to look at this?
Yeah, just kind of like looking, not touching it, but just kind of examining
Yeah, like-
it. And
Probably
Okay.
5
Like
feet
she
away
said.
or 2 feet away or
You
something.
begin to move up close to it, and it begins to move closer to you. And then
Oh.
you
Alright,
realize
Oh, okay.
this is alive, whatever this is.
Oh no. Oh dear.
I know what that says!
I know what this is too.
And
Oh
it
my
starts
God.
to
Oh my
get
God.
closer to
Oh
it. What
God.
do you do, Dad?
I'm gonna
Oh, gosh.
disengage and back the.
Yep. The second it moves, I'm out.
And you just watch as like this
Oh.
weird glass is moving closer and closer to you.
Alright, back the other way. Do we know?
Gotta
any-
go.
Dad,
Yeah, do we know what
you
this is?
immediately know this is like a gelatinous cube that is in the
Yeah,
pathway,
I was
covering the
gonna
whole way
Ah.
forward.
Does it look like Finn's body's floating suspended?
It is not.
There
No.
it
there?
is.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I'll ray of frost it as we're going. Be like, I think we should get back up.
Yep.
Okay.
trying
Oh
to slow
my,
it down.
yes.
Time
I
to
know.
go.
You look over, there's
away.
4 pieces of gold that you guys could pick up as you run by. Thank you so much for the
Oh,
raid.
perfect. Thank you.
Jane 3 Storyteller, thank you so
Yay.
much for that raid. Yeah, go ahead, make your attack.
24. Wow.
Oh, good.
So I don't even know if it does damage, but just trying to slow it down.
It definitely
For
slows it down a
3
little bit.
Cold.
There you go.
Yeah, we just book it out of there.
And then you just run back the other way. Sounds good.
Yeah.
That's super funny because John and I just said last night, wow, we don't run into a gelatinous cube very often in games. Like,
If
that's super strange. To
I love them so much.
if Winnie would have rolled 1 less, she would have walked right into that gelatinous cube.
Oh,
That would've been so
man.
bad.
You rolled exactly what
so
you needed to not
bad.
walk into that gelatinous cube.
Oh my
Goodness.
gosh.
Wow.
I lost 2 third-level players to one of these things. So yeah.
They're nasty.
That was
Actually,
a DC
yeah, I've had-
15 perception check to not walk into it.
Good thing I can
Oh
see
my
in the dark.
goodness.
Okay,
Yep.
wow.
Oh my gosh. We need to bring that out in the street and
Yeah.
Just yeah.
Hey, dwarves!
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Take a cube.
Stick it on them. Is that animal handling to tell it to attack?
It's so
Yeah.
cool.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I want to attack gelatinous cube.
Can we
Like
have
a
a
little leash.
yeah? Can
How
that
much
be
you
your
like?
familiar,
Get
Dad?
him.
I guess do you guys want to head down to the area right there where we haven't done
Yes.
yet? How do you do the little ping thing? How'd you do that?
Click and hold.
Sometimes
You
it
hold
works
down
if
your
you
mouse.
press and hold. Yeah. I'm on a touchpad, so it
Oh.
really works sometimes.
Okay.
Oh my
So- You head
Mm-hmm.
back over to the little pathway. The hidden
Mhm.
pathway.
Yeah, I
Like
think
right
down
here.
this
Okay.
down this
Oh,
thing.
down this way,
Yeah,
okay.
that we didn't do
Mhm.
yet.
Yeah.
Sure, perfect. So, significant time has passed by this point. It's like been
Yeah.
probably a good 45 minutes to an hour. You guys have been already like wandering around with how long these tunnels are and looking for stuff. So, you continue down this way. It turns
There's another cube.
and it goes
paranoid.
down.
I
I just
know.
want to, Kelly, I just want to apologize as a person. I just really want to apologize to your cat. To
Dear
all
God.
cat kind.
She cares about nothing and no one but me and herself, so she's fine.
Okay, good.
There is a doorway right here and a grate up
Aha.
ahead and a
Okay.
path leading
Mm.
to the right.
Okay. I think we would try the door, eh?
Yeah. Or up to in here. Did we hear anything by the door?
Yeah,
Roll a
listen
perception check.
first.
Okay.
Are there any cubes in here?
Dirty 20 again. I keep getting dirty 20s today.
Through another
22.
three.
Okay, you guys don't hear anything on the other side of the door.
Okay.
Okay. It doesn't sound like it. You said there's nothing.
You don't hear anything
Yeah.
now.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll open it.
Okay. It looks like
Mhm.
another kind of lever room as you guys open
Okay.
it up. The levers look like some of them are bent though.
Oh.
Like recent,
Bent?
like broken, like someone bent them, or like they look
Give me an
worn?
investigation roll.
Yeah.
Useless.
I'd like to.
Do we all
I
look?
would like.
I'll let 2 of you do it.
Okay, never mind. I don't want to.
All right. Ready, roll.
I would like.
You have better.
Or-
No,
advice.
go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
What's my plus?
Oh, wow.
For investigation.
Girl, stinkers. 11.
I am going to use my D4.
You
Is
use
that
your
bad?
Do it.
D4.
That's stupid.
Go for it.
Do it.
Go for it.
Ew. Okay, in that case, it went from 13 to a 17.
Okay. Winnie, yeah, you look at them and there's like a layer of dust on the top of these and they're like covered in sort of a like moldy feel to it as well. Like these clearly have been sitting for a while. No one's touched them
Okay.
recently.
It's not recent.
Okay.
No one tampered with it.
Does it? I'm sorry. The grate. You said the grate is closed on that. Like it's.
The grate is closed. As
Don't.
well.
Okay.
Gotta make orders somehow on this map.
Right?
I was wondering
Okay.
about that. Yeah,
I kind of figured that's what this was. I think we go for
we just
the
get
next,
lost forever.
Yeah.
right?
Come on, yellow fields.
Yeah. Do we go back down by where the colt
Yeah.
is? And go up?
Well, this
Past
one,
On here?
yeah,
Yes.
that one.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
At this point, I feel like we're almost just like looking, like we're just like we're gonna like
Yeah,
do this, like
for
almost
sure.
just like
Oh, I'm sorry. I
I
got
think
mistaken.
we
I thought
are.
that this
Yeah.
was- Yeah.
We're just like,
continue
oh.
that way.
Yeah, let's
Oh, an
commit to
obstacle?
clearing out where we're at before we.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I thought that was
It's
gonna
gonna be
say
the
grate
last
was
place
not
we look,
first.
regardless of what we do.
oh,
But-
absolutely.
So
Yeah.
And then they're gonna be cleared out.
you walk this way, and you walk,
Mhm.
and you walk,
Bunch of
and
nothing.
you walk,
Oh,
and
boy.
you walk, and it's a long tunnel that just keeps going and going.
It's so messed up.
Does it look like it's gonna end, or it just doesn't look like it's ending?
It just keeps going.
Do we see any signs of someone being here?
Yeah.
Roll perception.
Yeah. Okay.
Be looking around for that kind of stuff.
14.
19. Oh,
19.
sorry.
19.
You look around, and there's points as you get further down that there's like a moss that's covering a lot of the stonework, and there's not even like footprints in it as you guys approach. Like you feel like your feet like moving it around is pretty delicate, and it is no one's clearly
Okay.
gone further down this pathway.
Okay. As soon as we see that, I think we
we
turn
turn
back
back.
around.
Yeah.
Okay.
We wouldn't waste a whole lot of time.
Oh, man, there's a lot of sewers down here, guys.
Unfortunately, you walked a good distance this way, but then you
Yeah,
realize
I
that and
figured
turn
either
back.
way, but
So
yeah, we'll correct before it goes any further.
we're getting close to midnight-ish by the time you guys get back to well, let's say 11 o'clock, we'll say.
Okay.
It's been a while
11
though.
o'clock.
We're
I was
speed
fighting
walking.
off some
You guys
yawns.
are speed walking, but you also said you're being stealthy when you're going to new areas, so that
Yep.
goes a little slower.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
Mhm.
So
Is there unfinished looking around by where the cult was, or was this just a dead end?
Yeah.
are you gonna go
Yeah.
that way?
Or up that way.
I would assume.
You
I
go-
would assume we just
Okay.
keep looking
You go
until
through
we
the
realize
pathway.
we can't look anywhere.
And
Yeah.
Yeah.
you come to another grate that is closed off
Okay.
up here.
Cool. Okay. Oh my
Back to-
god, this is a lot.
Would we be able to see that from far away so we don't waste a bunch of time walking up to it?
You'd have to get to at least, I think, 120 feet away from it with dark vision.
Sure.
So,
Okay, sounds good.
but yeah.
I guess if we like
The
if
chat
we're
desk
like
as well.
Hey,
Oh.
let's roll that. Since all the players are open, let's see if one of you guys gets it. Rachel!
Rachel!
You got your blessing.
oh yay! It does work for me.
Do
You
you
just
feel
had to
like a
believe.
miracle?
You just had to believe a little
I
harder.
just had
And
to
at-
believe.
Right as the tides could be turning in our favor in this.
Eleanor suddenly feels lighter.
Wait a second. We can do this.
Inspiration.
Na-na-na-na. If we are like near when we're like I'm pointing at my screen. You can't see
I
it.
cannot see you when you point to your screen.
When we're like around like this area,
Uh-huh.
can we like listen? Like, can we keep listening to see if people are moving around?
Yeah,
Sure.
I would like
Roll
to be
perception roll.
being pretty aware of all that.
17.
15.
24.
No, 14. I'm sorry. I can't count.
Okay. So from where you are listening out, you don't really hear any movement at this point. Like
Okay.
if you're up in this corner, right? You said you're gonna go.
Yeah, or this one, depending. I don't know how long that takes, though.
It's a not too long to get back and forth between them, but
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Okay.
if you go to the other side over here, you can vaguely hear, like those who roll the higher perceptions can vaguely hear like the sounds of the club.
Okay.
It's very
Is everything
like
still-
muted, but you can kind of hear it.
Are things still sounding like louder than normal to Death?
For you, at this point, no. We got a raise
found it
mishap
popped.
level. Let's roll that too. All right.
Well, according to Winnie's little map here, unless he's in the club, I don't have too many places to look.
Should we go down first, or should we go up to the side? Oh, okay.
Okay.
Side or down?
I think down.
Or up?
I think down because it
Down.
might circle back around.
Okay.
Less further away from the Rat King, the better.
Yeah.
Okay, the king of the rats.
All right. So you head down.
Yeah.
And it forks like this.
Keep going down? Probably.
Clear it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless it looks like it's taking way too much time, and we're gonna, unless we hear or see signs of something in a different direction. But
Down here, roll perception checks, please, as you reach this corner.
what's wrong?
Every time I roll perception with their disadvantage, it's a high number, and then it's been 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Oh no.
Whoa, that's so weird.
Sad.
17.
18.
Yay!
Up ahead, Winnie and Euphemia, you can hear like another sound of like crashing water sounds up ahead.
Which likely means, is the water like flowing out? So basically, that's probably the water's coming from.
There is a flow of
like-
water going this way, yes, like ahead of you.
Okay.
Crashing water up ahead, Rach.
Crashing is in like.
Last time there was crashing, it was the rat creature in that direction.
It would be a good place to hide, though. No
That's
noise.
what I'm
It's true.
wondering.
The noise. Yeah, let's go. Should we check it out just in case?
Mhm.
Okay.
Alright,
The noise
down
would
here.
hide. Yeah, let's do it. We'll just check it out.
You walk up a little bit. Who has dark vision?
Me.
Me.
And no Laura.
So I heard Winnie, I heard Eleanor, that's it?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Up ahead, you kind of watch as the ground gives way up ahead, and it begins to flow like from the center off, and it looks like there's like a big dropped area, like the wall kind of like is
Mm.
like that, and there's a drop off. As you approach the edge, what's your range on your dark vision?
Good question.
Let me grab that. It's always under so many different tabs. I always get
I
mixed
know.
up
I
on where to look for this.
Traits and feature, racial traits.
60 feet.
60. Okay.
I think yours is more, Kelly. I think yours is 120.
I'm sorry. Oh yeah, 120 feet.
Winnie, you can roll perception.
Yeah.
Eleanor, roll with disadvantage, please.
Sure.
I'm scared. Those are bad. Okay, not too bad.
2 and 3 on the die.
All right.
Oh,
3 total.
What'd you get? Winnie?
15.
15.
Yeah, 15.
You watch as the water kind of falls down. There's like a big pooling of like mud and murky water down below. And you notice though, like down in the bottom, there is some sort of creature that's just like moving around. And it looks like a hybrid of like a fish and a person almost. And it just like moves around and ducks out of sight. But it's down
Oh.
from you. It's probably like a good
Yeah.
like 50 feet down from where you are.
Ooh.
I'm gonna tell you guys, kind of like whisper about it and be like, "There's like a fish man down there or something." I don't know.
Ooh.
I don't. Do you think
They
do you
said
think
that they were
we can turn
hybrids.
fishmen?
Like a merman?
Like a merman, or is he like more like the guy from Shape of Water type of thing?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Is he hot?
no, this is
Do I want to fall in love with him?
this is definitely
It's
like
gonna
it's got like fins coming off the back of it. And it's got like a big head with like big bulging fish eyes on it,
Yeah.
and
Lovely.
not a hot
So
merman.
he's hot. Okay.
Mark's like, please do not try to romance this fish man. He is not hot.
Hey.
I repeat.
He's ugly, okay?
He's like cute, like Notre Dame style. So
I
I can fix him.
I think I can save him. Okay, I guess wait, I'm sorry, you said I guess like a dab, like, wait, who mentioned there's hybrids down here? Who said that?
The guy when we came over the first time while you were still at the guardhouse, we heard about it when we came across the bridge.
It's part of the mishaps. I would assume
They kind of came out of the chasm crack, so I don't want to mess with that.
Okay. If I look down into like the thing, I don't see any signs of like human activity, I assume, right? It's just this fishman's lair.
I mean, there's like tunnels that are in certain areas, and there's like broken pieces of stone, and this fish guy like had arms and legs and stuff too. So human activity, maybe.
Do you think it's Bradford? No. Could people get turned into hybrids, or is it just like?
I don't know.
I think he just said they came out of the water from the crack, so we don't really know.
So we should leave then? Or go down?
A good circle around. This would be a really great place to look for that one woman's treasure, or clues for it, if she used to live here, and the place sunk. Just saying.
Oh yes, could remember it at least.
A lot of sewers that go to this place, you know.
Yes.
Just saying.
What are we doing?
Probably back off if it doesn't look like this is anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have Featherfall available to me today. Anyway.
Yes.
How far of a drop would it be down?
50 feet.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, maybe. We can come back here, but I would need to rest to safely get you guys down there.
Right.
Before we do any extra exploring out here, I would think.
Yeah.
Agreed. And there's that one path we just missed, so.
Yeah.
Look back around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Head back up there.
Also,
By
we'll be
now,
sleeping by the
it's
time we
probably
find them.
11:30 because you guys have been moving and investigating. Get up to here, starts to turn up like that, and begin to walk up. And there is a doorway here as you go.
If we were like,
listen at the doors or anything there.
Roll me a perception roll.
Anything behind?
Oh, nope, not for me. 5.
15.
Okay.
Perception?
Yeah.
5.
Okay.
That'd be two. We can be the same rolls.
Euphemia, you hear kind of a whispered conversation on the other side of this door.
I'm gonna step away from the door and then just say really quietly to everyone, they're speaking on the other side.
You hear what they're saying?
I can step back up to the door and see.
do you have any animal shapes left?
Nope.
We should quick save before we do this encounter.
5.
Ignite. Before we do this, I'm gonna look you guys like, should I take a potion? I don't know if I'd be ready for an encounter right now or a battle right now.
Otherwise,
I have another one if you need it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take a potion then, just
go ahead and
quietly.
do that
Alright.
for now.
Roll 2d4 plus 2.
Yeah.
2d4 plus 2. Please roll well. Okay, not bad, not bad.
Do you need mine as well? Ready?
No, I don't think so. I'm sorry, you
full.
said 2d4. Wait, hold on. 2d4 plus what, 2?
Yeah.
Okay. 7. Not terrible. Not good, not
I'm
great.
gonna hand you my other one though.
No,
to
but
let you-
before you do that, I'll give her another Fey Pool dice.
Are you sure?
I just want it to be on her. I have a few
I see what you're
defensive
saying.
things.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll give
take
her.
the potion.
I'm gonna roll you one more. Oh, that's only 2 plus 1 temp.
You don't get the
Thank
one
you.
extra temp though because you already have the temp from the
Alright,
last
yeah,
time. So you just
Oh,
get
that's
2.
right. Sorry, I was just
It's fine.
That's just the math. But yeah,
I'm doing
it
better,
does
so
stack.
thank you, everyone. Okay. All right. I'm ready.
So yeah, like you begin to approach again, listening, and you hear like that shh, 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 shh. Unfortunately, your
point at
stealth
the-
was lower than their passives.
Yeah.
So-
I'm just gonna point at the door and just shrug.
And we're just gonna nod.
So I just open it, I guess.
Yep,
I guess it's me.
I'm standing right next to you.
Walks in.
Okay. You swing open the door. Eleanor, you're in the doorway?
I'm right next to her. Yeah.
Yep.
Sounds good.
No one told me otherwise. Everyone was
no, I
looking at me. So
I should
Okay.
have gone instead.
I just looked back to see if anybody like had a suggestion, but that's fine.
Yeah, no, my bad. I thought you were gonna say something. That's my fault. I didn't know you were opening the door. This might hurt.
Oh.
Okay. Does a
I'm sure.
honestly
I'm sure.
it's a 12, but
Oh.
Oh,
okay.
body. This is where I miss protection.
Right? That should be great for that.
Okay.
Well, you'd still probably get it, to be fair.
This is why I had multiple bodyguards in my home.
That is fair.
That's true.
You take 16 points of poison damage
Okay.
as emerging from the darkness in front of you, you look as Finley like fires off the spell at you and hits you with
I
it,
yeah.
can do magic.
Oh, he is magical!
and then
Pretty
ducks
wide.
around a corner up ahead as this
Come on, man. We're just trying to talk.
curves in here, up ahead, and ducks back behind. And you just hear, "Stay back or I'll kill you."
Okay.
And you hear another voice like, "That's right, stay away."
Bradford.
Can you ping one more time where he went? Where'd he
They're
go?
down from the corner up here. Like,
Oh, I see. Okay.
there's like a curve and
Missed that
it goes
here.
down from there.
Okie. Okie doke. Okay.
Okay, so I will say, I'll like just like double over and be like, Finley, good. Come on.
I guess
I've
acid
been trying
damage.
to
Sorry,
find you all
acid
night.
damage, not poison. Acid damage.
Acid?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
I was trying to think of what spell that could be. I was like, that's a cool spell.
Yeah. I didn't know if it was like raised
Acid.
sickness or something.
I was looking at the wrong
That
thing.
Poison.
Mike, you get a D4.
Oh, thank you.
Now
I
everybody
have
got
been
one.
trying to find you all night.
And you just hear, "Got gold?"
Talk with us and you got gold, otherwise you got a problem on your hands.
I say we just talk first before we say anything. Do you think it is wise for me to carry vast amounts of gold down here? Truly.
Are you taking cover at this point at all?
Yeah, I'm ducking behind the
I think
door
we
now
would.
because
So you're
I
just
don't
like-
want to.
Yeah.
Up against the door, yelling down the hallway. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Dav would have put a shield in front of her at this point for sure.
Yeah.
So you guys are not in the doorway. You guys are like kind of yelling down the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kind of like right so we can get behind sight of it, but like letting them
Yeah.
still talk before going in.
While they're talking, can I cast Cure Wounds at second level on Eleonora?
You certainly may.
That was a
Roll
big-
I didn't
real
even know
quick.
you had a second level.
I had one left.
Let me roll for that quick to see if it goes
We'll
off.
see.
That is a mishap
It's
for
gonna
you.
be Interesting.
Okay.
The spell happens, but you get a mishap.
Oh, okay.
And let me roll your mishap.
That is 12 back to you.
Thank you.
That was my
You
last
doing
one.
okay or no?
12 back, you said?
I mean, I'm hanging in
Yeah.
there.
Okay.
Let me roll your mishap real quick.
Yep.
And okay, cool. You just feel extra special right now. So
Extra special.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh, it's extra special in our eyes.
I don't know if I like that or not.
Yeah, I think it's because he said extra ... special.
Yeah, the pause there, really.
You guys kind of threatened them. They shout back.
I don't think we threatened them.
Dab
I
did.
did a little bit.
Everyone talk.
Dab did.
Dab did.
Oh.
And Dab, because of his threat, Finley kind of yells back, "You leave, or we're gonna have to kill you. You don't have any gold on you, do you? You're not serious. Get out of here."
Again, Finley, I'm not going to be carrying around vast amounts of gold. Do you see me? That's not wise for
Who
someone
do
like
you
me.
work for? You promised me you're going to meet with me, and you don't even show up. You promised to drop off money by the toilet, and you don't even show up. You are not a serious person or serious contender for this. Now get out, leave, or we kill you.
And yet we showed you that we aren't afraid of the pack, that we are serious. We wouldn't be here if our buyer wasn't serious.
I don't know who you are. You just show up, and you don't even give me any gold to prove your worth.
Did the pack give you gold?
No, but they can back it up. I don't know you.
I see. Besides, I thought the bidding ended tomorrow anyway. So why are you wanting gold now?
Because
if I
you
fell
aren't
through,
giving
couldn't
me
you just
any,
fall back on the pack?
You aren't giving me anything that shows me you are serious about this. I don't know who you are. Who you work for?
Is there a name around the city that I've heard that seems kind of prominent?
Or even
Or
like
me
a
that I
name
could
that
whisper
you've
to her.
known.
Like, what kind of name are you
both
thinking
talked
to
at
try
the
to
same
get?
time. Well, wait. I feel like everyone.
I was
talked
just wondering
before.
if there was a name that Eleonora knew in her past that she could pull.
Yeah.
That's why I'm asking, what type of name are you trying to pull?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, was there anyone in my past that I always felt like was slightly like underhanded? I wasn't really sure about them, but like I could never really like figure it out.
Maybe someone you knew that had ties to Northport too.
So
That'd
you're-
be
Even
interesting.
you could make
You're-
this your brother.
Trying to think of a shady business person?
Potentially.
Okay. I'm gonna give you an intelligence roll with disadvantage because you have already said the campaign that you avoided shady business people and doing business with them.
Yeah.
So-
Well, yeah, I mean like someone that you always kind of suspected was, but you could
Yep.
never pin him down, you know?
Roll me an intelligence
But-
disadvantage.
Okay. Okay. Probably not because it's a 7.
In the moment, you're not getting a name coming to you.
Could I think of a name, like even one that I read in like a book or just something of like a big kind of like, I don't know, just something I'd read or something I'd heard around even like Lakeview or whatever.
So you're thinking of a Lakeview person?
Or even
Or
someone
just,
yeah,
like,
I'd read in a
history.
book.
Yeah, like somebody you
Yeah,
read
history.
about.
Somewhere I would be able to come up with some sort of name that would be like a powerful and rich, maybe like person who would want a magical item like this.
Okay, so
Could
just
be difficult to like, yeah, get confirmation for, I guess.
okay. Roll me a history roll.
History roll. Ah, I got a 19 on the die. Hold on.
Whoa!
Hey.
And my history, so +2, so 21.
Okay.
Nice.
There is the name of someone called Lou Butler that is coming to mind,
Okay.
who is one of the more wealthy people in Lakeside.
Okay. I'm gonna lean over to Eleanor and be like, Lou Butler, he was a guy, and I'll whisper really quietly, but be like, Lou Butler was a guy in Lakeside who was really rich, who would maybe want some sort of magical item. You could just say a name if you wanted a name. At least it buys time. I don't know. Whatever you want to do. Or you could even say your brother, or even death. I don't know. You could say anything you wanted.
They're not. They're
I'm
far away from us,
waiting.
right?
Yeah, they're
So-
just. You can whisper.
Yeah.
but
Okay.
they're
Sounds
just kinda
good.
Yelling.
Yeah. All right.
That would also turn around and mouth Kindra.
Lower cover.
So I will
About to take
say.
him out. Oh, he wouldn't say that.
I don't know. Yeah, they might kill us. Ever heard of the name Lou Butler?
You roll for them.
Lakeside.
They stop for a second. I mean, I've heard of him. You work for him?
Yes. Are you happy? I work for Lou Butler.
What proof do you have?
Proof.
Your ID cards.
If you're serious, you would have came. He's in Lakeside. You're not gonna make me wait a week and a half for gold.
Oh, of course not. I had it on the other side in my room.
You didn't bring any of it to show you're serious.
To be fair, the
No, I
dwarf
mean,
did stab her, so
Yes, very immediately. And actually, I was trying to barter with you, and they were about to stab me in the middle of the bar. So what am I supposed to do? I'm not used to towns like these.
I don't trust you.
Look, clearly you're magical. So you've tested this thing for yourself, correct?
I know what it does.
How sure are you that it's what you claim?
Very.
Are we just hearing him? We can't see him right now, right?
Yeah, you don't see him. I mean, you guys aren't even in the doorway looking. All right, it's like, no.
yeah.
Let me know if you do want to
Does
look in the
his
door,
tone of-
look it down the hallway.
Does his tone of voice sound sincere?
Make
You
me
can roll
insight
insight, yeah.
Down.
Okay.
Nope. For not for me.
Oh my goodness. No.
No.
Ah.
Okay. It's hard to tell. He just sounds
It's hard to
really
get the
upset
doors.
right now.
He's not in a sewer. We've got to have at least some update.
I'm sort of, by the way, as we're all talking, I'm sort of looking at the others like this kind of this because I
Yeah.
know we're really weak and he's magical. So I'm looking to their faces as I'm talking to him. Like, is there any indication you guys are giving me? Like, you want to go in and do this, or you want to stay back?
Well, I guess I'll whisper to you guys there. As far as we know, wait, really fast. I'm sorry. Let me make sure.
I'm trying to do it quickly though, so that they're not
Yeah.
just sitting
Yeah.
there. So I'm mostly trying to
Hamlet's
make
ready to
faces.
go in, but he's also clearly waiting for a signal from you guys. That's
Okay,
just
but
it.
he looks like he could go in. Okay.
He doesn't think we can let them go through the night.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I guess I'm gonna whisper to you guys, I mean, they can't be in there forever. He has to come out eventually, and if we need to wait and rest here for a minute outside the door, we could hear them if they move. I don't know if we need to rest up for a second. But also, his magical device can cancel out spells. Is that what he said?
They could also get allies. Back up.
Yeah. So
Kelly, get a blessing.
I don't know.
If they
Oh wow!
Yeah.
It's just two of them. We don't know what Bradford can do.
You keep hearing they yell down.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Are we coming out to get you, or are you leaving?
Does it sound like he's bluffing? Or
Roll
does he
insight.
sound
Yeah, we
confident
know
in
that.
his abilities?
yeah.
Roll
Yeah,
insight.
can we check that?
Is there any kind of nervousness
Oh,
there?
that's better. 16. Oh wait, do I have any?
Oh my gosh, no.
Yeah, and I'll just be
13.
holding a ray
Single
of
digit.
frost if he
Alright.
comes into view, kind of like a ready to action sort of.
You're casting the spell?
I'm sorry, I have 19. I forgot. I have
I'm
plus
just
3.
holding it. Oh, would it be a mishap every round then to concentrate?
Not to
That's
concentrate,
not
but the
bad.
initial casting would be a chance for it. So
Sure. That's fine. Yeah, he's powering
I
up,
got a
knowing.
I'm sorry. I thought you were done.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Mark. I got a 19. I forgot I had +3. I thought I had just regular for insight, but I have +3 for insight. So.
Okay. There's like a little bit of like tension definitely in his voice. He sounds somewhat confident to you, but also like he's like, this is a fight. Like he's getting ready.
Yeah. If Eleanor's looking at us like, what do we do? I honestly would whisper to you, like, I can go for a bit, but I can keep all of you up.
Yeah, I can't stay up for yeah.
We just focus.
Depends how long
on
this
Vinny.
takes. Yeah.
What we need to probably get the device out of. his
So yeah, I don't think we can plan that much longer.
No.
So
That's all I'm saying. But...
Yeah, no, you're good. It's just it sounded like we were about to launch into more planning. So I guess I'll just look at them like it doesn't sound like they're gonna talk to us.
I mean,
Yeah, we're here for the device, right?
If you guys, if you guys give the signal, we'll get into the doorway to take the first attack.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say to Finley, I will say, look, we don't want to hurt you, but we need to see this device. So, are we going to do this peacefully or not?
Roll me persuasion disadvantage.
You can do it. You can.
Eleonora.
You can do it.
Yeah, I don't think so. 2. I mean, I can use a bless, but I don't know if it's even gonna do anything. That's 10.
Use the bless.
I'll use the bless. 11. It's not good. The disadvantage killed me.
11.
It was gonna be a good roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
He just yells back at you, you play by the rules or you don't get anything. Get out. Leave.
Huh? What did you say?
I said you play by the rules or
What?
get out.
What'd you say?
No, Mike mumbled
Mike-
something.
Oh,
Mike
no, I
was
was trying to
trying
understand,
to-
like, was he saying, like, we can negotiate now, or is he saying, like, either, like, get out because you're not playing by my rules? Is that what he means?
Yeah, you're not playing by the rules.
That's what
So
I mean.
get out.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
We could always wait to ambush them when they leave. I don't know. Okay, hold on. I don't know. I feel like we need to be decisive. We either do it or we just go back there and rest up until and then wait for them to go out. Those are our two choices. Let's take a vote right now. I say we just go in and do it.
We just go
What do you
in.
guys say?
This might
Okay.
be so stupid. This might be TPK.
This might be TPK.
I don't know. I mean, if everyone seems like they're
I-
going, I don't.
I guess I was voting. What do you guys want? Like really fast. What do you guys want?
I don't think if
Yeah, we'll
we
do
wait
what the
till
group
tomorrow,
does.
we're gonna get them.
I think we have to go all in, or
I think we
nothing.
have to.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we'll go into the door to take the first hit then.
I'm
Unless someone
would
else
like-
wants to do something.
if we're looking like we're going, I would cast Shillelagh, which is a spell.
All right. So you cast Shillelagh. May roll for possible mishap. Lucky you. No mishap.
Wait, I'm gonna look really fast at Eleanor. Like, do we want to change the disc out or no? Do we not want to do that?
I'll change the disc out.
Okay. Insert disc number 2.
Super smart. I was talking
Disc
about that
2,
earlier.
and then I'll power it on.
And you turn it on. Okay.
Device versus device.
Right?
Okay.
Let's see if they actually use theirs.
Anybody else
It's
preparing
gonna be so
anything?
stupid.
Dab, you're still holding your spell?
Mhm.
Okay. Winnie, you doing anything to prepare?
No, I have nothing to do to prepare.
Okay.
I'll have I only have cantrips now. I'll do Eldritch Blast prepared. Because we saw them, right? Like we saw them ducking behind crates. and
They
stuff.
are hiding behind a wall right now. You don't see them.
Okay. So I'm preparing that to shoot when one of them pops out.
All right. So you cast Eldritch Blast, you said?
Yeah, and holding it.
All right. Let me roll for possible mishap.
But I did turn on the thing, so
Yeah.
I hope I can do both of those because one's a bonus action.
Yep. So no mishap. You're lucky.
Hooray!
We're up to extreme level though.
Hooray! Oh boy.
All right.
Are we starting this battle now? Or are we gonna? Or is it? Sorry.
What-
And we do a lower. Let me roll lower too.
Question for you, Mark. 'Cause I don't know about this one. I don't think I can. But if he's holding Ray of Frost,
Mhm.
we've taken the time where everyone's prepping. He's gonna go and push in the doorway, knowing they probably have some attacks to go off. Could he dodge with an action while still holding that while he's going into that doorway? Because it's a reaction to shoot. It's like almost like a prepped defense.
I'll let you take the dodge action.
That's fun.
Not sure if it's gonna matter anyway, but
Yeah.
Cool. And then if everyone's good, he's gonna just go into the doorway to kind of start this off, and then move in afterwards.
Okay.
'Cause he doesn't want Eleanor getting hit again.
You push through a little bit, and from around the corner, you watch as the guy like goes down and releases a spell as well. And this big bomb carries down through the tunnel towards you, Dav. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
I need dodge one to make it matter.
Did you say who cast that?
It was Finley.
Okay.
I was like, wait, Bradford too? Oh no.
Maybe.
Wisdom. Can I use that D4 for saves?
Yep.
That might make a difference. Where's the D4? That's 12 plus 14.
14. All right. You save.
Nice.
And then would I be able to reaction shoot back?
Yep.
And then Ray of Frost. Nah, it's gonna be a miss. 8.
Yeah, that misses. You hit the wall as he ducks back behind it.
Just call out where he's at if I can.
Okay. You all are pursuing in, Dav's at the front. And we'll pick up that next week.
Oh no! I thought we could just get through it. Can we just
No.
get through it?
I don't think this is gonna be a short thing. So,
No. I think it's gonna be an hour.
so yeah, we'll pick this up next
Okay.
week and see how this goes down as deep within the sewers a fight breaks out, and we'll see how this one shakes out in the end as our party is pushing the end of the day with a lot of spell slots expended.
It's been a long. It's like a 5.
And no one sees the Horde Hunters ever again.
Yeah, I know.
Very possible. So we're gonna sign off on our recording, and then we are going to raid somebody if I can find somebody to raid. But we do love you for watching. Thank you so much. Thank you. And thank you for the fun raids and for being here in chat, everybody. We do appreciate you, and we'll hope to catch you next time. So I'll be back next Sunday for Mystical Mishaps, 7 PM CST. Hope we can see you there. Bye.